sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping.
Sipping, I'm 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 sipping.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie. Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Get your fucking life together.
Thanks.
And I got a special guest in the situation with me. Introduce yourself to the people, bro.
Yo, what's going on, man? I'm King Mar. You know what I mean? From Two Side Podcast, also from Fear Entertainment.
Absolutely, man. Mar has been on here in the past. He's debuted in the Trip in the Tube, just visually, and we had him on the Zoom early on in the madness of last year.
Right.
He was one of the people that I hit up that I know be jugging out here, and I was trying to see how. And you said a lot of dope shit because I remember you saying like it didn't affect you that bad.
Nah.
You know what I mean? You restructured and you made other moves.
Facts.
But update me a little bit. Let's start with that. Like ever since the beginning of the madness, as far as social unrest and the pandemic. How have you adjusted? What have you done differently, or what have you been able to maintain that you're proud of? You know what I mean? Those kind of things.
What have I done since the pandemic started?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, bro, we just been moving. When I say we, I mean Fear Entertainment. I mean Two Side Podcast. I know everybody's asking me about Two Side Podcast. Like everybody asking me about that for a while. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I just been like I'm not rushing it because it's my baby. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I just know what I want, and I know how I want it to look, how I want it to be formatted.
It took me more than 5 years to start this shit, bro.
Right.
So I'm with you.
So you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right, but the thing about it is I still don't want the name to die. So that's why I always wrap it up. I always do what I do. But the actual podcast, we are going to drop that this year. The actual podcast. I know I've been doing a lot of interviews and just going out, just talking to people and, doing different things like that. You know what I mean? Just keep the name relevant. You know what I'm saying? But the actual podcast is dropping. The podcast is me and my wife. So it's two different opinions. Obviously, her opinion, my opinion, male and female. That's why it's called Two Sides.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We just talk about life, relationships, making money, raising kids, things like that.
How long you and your wife been together?
Oh man, we've been married. Oh, she gonna kill me, yo. We've been together for 16 years. We've been married for four years, I believe.
That's a blessing, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the wife.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Shout out to my baby.
Yeah, man.
I mean, she my rock. Real
That's
rap.
dope.
I'm
No,
keep
that's
it real.
dope. But like you already, you just start saying shit.
What's up?
But like you already said, like with your pod, people are wondering when is it going to be, but you still keeping the name alive. You still creating things or putting yourself in a position to where it's still in your daily, weekly motion.
Absolutely.
People don't understand that part of it. You know what I mean? And you wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
You have a 9 to 5 or whatever have you job.
Absolutely. Yes, I do.
You also have a big family, beautiful family.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Then you got the fear and the two sides and being a homie and a family member and all. It's a lot of stuff, but you juggle all of them.
It's
But you say it like it's light. But I like pointing that stuff out to people because they always wonder what's the difference. You know what I mean? Why is this person here? Why is this person getting this opportunity? Why are they doing that? And it's because you have to always be conscious of everything you're trying to accomplish and be working on it actively, even when it's not where it needs to be. That's why you're working towards it.
Facts. Absolutely.
So
bro.
no, that's dope. I like that you said that. But go ahead.
I mean, like you said, it's a lifestyle. You know what I mean? To feed off what you were saying about, just representing it and making sure it don't die. Like every day that I wake up, and it's like this stuff wakes me up.
Yeah.
Like I know you can relate what I'm talking about.
I know what you mean.
I know you know what I'm talking about, dog. Like
I
this shit wakes me up, and like I can't just like I'll go to sleep and be like, yo, all right, you know what? I'm gonna lay down and I'm gonna think about all that shit tomorrow when I wake up. I'm gonna make sure that's taken care of tomorrow. 2 hours in, I'm like, yo, damn, did I fulfill that order? Yo, wait, did I mail that off? Wait, did I sign that paper?
Trying not to
send
text nobody at 5 a.m. because you up.
Thinking
about business.
I'm asking you this though. I'm asking you this seriously. How many times have you like messed up a relationship, or not messed? I ain't say messed it up, but kind of tarnished it a little bit because you were up super early and you sent that text message and you're like, oh shit, like you know what I mean?
And I mean, because it get weird, and motherfuckers will keep bringing it up too. But my brain starts working. I have a hard time sleeping past a certain time.
Right.
And the first thing I do, like everybody else, is grab my phone. But usually, I'm checking to make sure I didn't miss nothing on the text message and the email side of things.
Yes.
Before I'm really worried about the social media side of things.
Right.
Because I'm the person that I tell people, You can text me whatever time you think of it. Just hit me up. I'll hit you back when I see it.
I'm the same way. Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me. It doesn't wake me up.
Right.
It doesn't break my sleep for a text message. Now, if you send a string of them bitches, you know what I'm saying, then I will wake up.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I if you send a string of them, I probably won't get it because my phone's on do not disturb. But so only like my emergency get through. So
I
like
don't even D&D. I'm so
what I mean?
paranoid because I just always think just in case of emergency. You know what I mean? My grandma 94, like little shit like that just be like, you never know.
Yo, so me and my wife we got an argument about this before, right? Because I told her one time, I was like, yo, like she's like, you need your phone on you because in case of emergency and da 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 da. And I'm like, yo, what the hell am I gonna do? Like, and I'm gonna be honest, like I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not a doctor. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trained or anything. So if it's a fire, right? Like, or anything like that, like I'm not a firefighter. I'm not coming with a hose. Like, what do you want me to do here? Like, so it's just like
I got to believe you didn't win that argument.
I know. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't win 99.9 of the arguments.
That's
but
called being a husband, right?
but I'm gonna speak my truth. That's what it is. I'm going to speak my truth. You know what I'm saying? Like you may be right on this subject, and after she go through her speech, I'm like, okay, I see where I was at, but I still believe.
And I want you to understand why I got where I got. Let me show you how I work this problem out. I'm gonna show you. Like, remember in math, they be like, I don't care about the right answer, how you get there. I'm gonna show you how I got there.
How I got there. I'm gonna show you how I got there. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Let me show you how I got there.
Yeah, so that we understand that it wasn't facetious.
Right, and it's not. I'm not being mean or anything like that.
And I'm not crazy, but I saw this and I didn't carry the. Yeah.
But no, that's seriously how it is. But yeah, like, but she again, she holds me down, bro, a lot. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
But yeah, so again, going back to what you were saying about just going back to what I was saying about just being waking up by your dreams. Mm-hmm. It's like, yo, I really can't sleep sometimes because I just, I tell my sons, like, I can't sleep past like 7 o'clock because number one, and I remember when I work overnight, so I get off at 4 a.m, but I can't sleep past 7 or 8 o'clock, which is crazy to me. Yeah. Man. But my grandfather, my grandfather told me back in the day, I mean, a while ago, my grandfather's 80, yo. He said, how can you sleep comfortably and you ain't really achieve anything? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Yes, everyday life, you achieve things and you need rest. That's cool. I do get rest too. You know what I mean? So one day I might take off just a whole day and sleep. I ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, I'm into that.
You see what I'm saying? I'm into that too now. I just got into that too, by the way. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I take a whole day and say, fuck this, I'm not doing nothing, the phone go off. But again, going back to what I was saying, like, I just feel like I'm behind. Mm-hmm. That's just me. Like, I can't speak for nobody else, bro. I'm gonna be 38 in February. Yeah. So I just feel like I got a lot of catching up on because when I was younger, I was playing around a lot.
You on my hill, shit. I'll be 39 and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I mean, and it's funny because everybody talk about they a hustler, they get at it, it's go time and all of that. But if you have a business and you in bed, that's like having a pack and being in bed. Like, it ain't gonna sell. People used to always be like, why you don't sleep? Why you always run around so much? And I used to always joke and say, because I never made money in bed. I'm not a prostitute or a porn star.
Right. Ooh, I like that. I like that.
You know what I mean? Until I get to the point where, like we always say, you not making money till you making it in your sleep. When I could roll over and check my motherfucking laptop and be good, then I can roll back over.
Right. Until then, I can't do that.
Until then, it's not comfortable for me. It's annoying to know that you got this work and you got to get it out there. And even if you can't get out there, you got some figuring to do to get to that point. Mm-hmm. And that should have bothered you. So I respect that. I understand that completely.
So yeah, I just, by the way, hold on real quick, Sammie. I just want to make sure everybody knew where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I'm here with Sippin with Sammie. You know what I mean? My man, he there. Yeah. And yes, we are sipping. Yes, because it's Sippin with Sammie, so we have to sip. You know what I mean?
Day drinking, day party.
Day party. I love it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, so I've been doing a lot of talking. I'm sorry, brother. This is your show.
No, you good. I talk on here every week. They want to hear you.
It's your show, bro.
No, you good. But it's just, it's that hustler spirit. It's that energy. But I think that one of the conversations that the Two Sides podcast has to start with is the two sides of the hustler. You as the guy that's running around all the time, meeting the people, jugging, especially during these times where it could be dangerous to even run around sometimes. And then her being the support and doing her thing and working and stuff that she has to do.
Absolutely.
So, you know what I mean? And that middle ground, I think that'll be a dope conversation because there's a balance of energy that has to happen all the time.
All the time. Bro.
All the time. There's a humbling on your side. There's a humbling on her side. Facts. You know what I mean? There's a lot that has to go on and people don't understand that. And they act like they want their mate to win but not more than they want the
right.
attention or the perception that they think of perfect.
Right.
And sometimes when we trying to get there, baby.
Like I said, bitch, again, you hit on it, bro. Like that balance. She's my perfect balance. Like you know, when we was younger, a lot of people might have said, "Oh, he ain't right for you because he moving around too fast and da 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 da."
And they do that.
She likes to stay home. She's the homebody. She likes to, but again, my girl, like, she like nice things though. Like, so as long as she has nice things around her in her home,
yeah,
she good. Like, see what I'm saying? And I like to go out and go get that thing. That's just me. Like, so
exactly. And she's comfortable.
Right.
And that's the thing, because comfort is in the mind, right? So it's all about how you feel about what you want and how you feel about yourself at the end of the day. If she's good, then she's good.
Facts.
And that makes it where you could go be good out here. But if it was the opposite and you had to worry about whether she was good or not, I couldn't function. Put all your energy and your brain power into what you're trying to do.
Absolutely not. You're absolutely right about that.
Shout out some of the people, because the Fear family pretty big, right? Who y'all got in Fear?
Oh, yeah. Obviously, everybody know Vu. You know what I mean? He's the CEO of Fear Entertainment. You know, we got YB. YB Norris. That's my young boy.
Like YB a lot. Yeah, man. He's a good guy.
Yo, YB not only 19. I tell everybody that. Like,
smart as shit, though, bro. Like, he was giving me game. I talked to him a couple times with some real shit, and he always say something I like out of him. Right. I'm not gonna lie. Me and him, we have a lot of deep conversations too, bro. I like to pick his brain. I got drunk one night and just wouldn't leave him alone in the studio.
Yo, actually, he told me about that night.
I wouldn't leave this nigga alone in the studio.
But
he was cool about it.
I was about to say that though. It was all good though. He was like, we were just talking about different people that we know. And he was like, yeah, boy, Sippin, yo, man, we had a long conversation in the studio, bro. He's like, I like him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I really like him.
I like him a lot. Man.
Yeah.
I respect that young man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And that's deep. Because I be around a lot of guys and everybody talking. You know what I mean? But he's saying something.
Yeah,
so I
real
fuck
shit.
with him.
Real shit. I mean, we got Hayes Boogie. Everybody knew Hayes Boogie. You know what I mean?
The wild one.
Right. I call Hayes Boogie. You know what I mean? And I hope Hayes don't take this the wrong way, but he's definitely like the ODB. You know what I mean? Of our group. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, Hayes, why you just all crutches? He like, man, I put them Joes down. I said, you supposed to put on Tim's though?
Nah, he wasn't supposed to put on Tim's.
Nigga was still supposed to have a whole joint on his foot, bro.
He took his cast off and everything.
Boy was wild. I said, man, but the energy is always with Hayes. He bring the energy. Absolutely. He wants to have a good time and he wants motherfuckers to get their shit off. And you see that in him. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So I fuck with Hayes.
Absolutely. And then, we got G's. Can't forget about 2, you know what I mean? 2 G's. Fresh. Fresh, I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all gotta get on Fresh, man. He's like the I call him, and I dare to say this, and it's just me because I'm being cocky, you know what I'm saying? He's the king of R&B. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Coming out of Philadelphia, right?
Talk that shit.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna know. And also Nakia, she the queen. You know what I'm saying? Nakia, she got the single out right now. So does
YB?
No, YB dropping in a couple days.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
he got a couple days. He dropping. Fresh has Affirmations, I want to say it is out right now too. You know what I mean, on YouTube.
Shout out to YB joint because it'll be out by the time this drop.
Damn! Forgive me, YB.
Keep your eyes open for the new YB.
Yeah, man, but keep your eyes open. I know it dropped February 5th. I know that for sure on all major platforms. I will. Matter of fact, just because I messed it up, I'm gonna post all day to make up the YB. So, my bad, YB.
No, that's love though. Like it's a lot. Like I said, you keeping up with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, man.
And it's mad projects. You just named 6 artists, I think.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. And shout out to anybody I forgot, because I please charge it to my I mean my brain, not my heart, yo.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I don't mean it.
That's why I said shout out some of them, because it's hard. Like, right. And the first thing I said is y'all got a lot of people under that umbrella, and it encompasses more than just music.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
It's like you gonna forget some stuff sometimes, especially when the bright lights on you.
Yeah.
Can't be putting lights on.
Whoa, yeah, the lights on me. I was like, oh, whoa, I forgot a little bit. Yeah, no. But again, shout out everybody in Fair Entertainment. I don't want to be disrespectful. You know, everybody.
But what's some of the goals for this year coming up for the clique?
Oh, for the whole crew, man.
Within the next 12 months.
All right, yeah, that's I like that. So basically, we just came back from Atlanta. You know what I mean? We did a show in Atlanta. You know what I mean? We were supposed to have that tour.
That shit look lit.
Oh, the Atlanta joint was crazy, bro.
I got some
stories.
They ain't never going house out there, man.
But I got a story. But look, the crazy thing about Atlanta was it was scary. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be Atlanta was scary, right?
squad.
And shout out to Atlanta. I love Atlanta. I
Yeah.
love Atlanta.
Forever we
I'm
love
not
Atlanta.
gonna lie. When I say I love Atlanta, I love Atlanta. I love
Forever
Atlanta.
we love Atlanta.
But y'all just, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, nobody wearing a mask out this joint. Like, nobody had a mask
That's why I
on.
said they ain't went in the house ever.
Dog, I was in the club with the mask on. And I think I was like the only, the only way, like me and like 3 other people in the crew had the mask on. I'm like, yo, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, shout out to Atlanta. I love it. But again, it's open. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, if you willing to go out there and you know get that bag, man, go get that. Like, you know, don't be scared.
The opportunity is there. Just try to be safe.
Just be safe, man.
Try to be safe. Everything ain't everything, man. Stop being a little male whore during these times.
Yeah, facts.
Open yourself up to more than you want to.
Right. Absolutely. But I'm not gonna lie though. Shout out to all the the Airbnb and the hotels I stayed in. They were clean, and you know what I mean. Since I walked in, I smelled the bleach and all that stuff like that. So that made me feel a little comfortable. You know what I'm saying? At least when I was in the hotel and in the Airbnb.
Yeah, because that's where you're gonna spend a lot of your time at.
That's where I spent most of my time when I was doing
even in the same shit.
Right.
But yeah, back to the 12-month plan.
Yeah.
So y'all just got back from Atlanta.
We got back from Atlanta. We supposed to have that let's say that tour, but again, COVID kind of shut that down. You know what I mean? We had like a 8-city tour. It wasn't, you know what I mean, it wasn't too big. It was like New York, Delaware, you know what I mean, Atlanta.
That's a nice size tour. Though.
Yeah. So we looking to double back on that. So whatever state that is open that's going to have us, we definitely going to come out there. So look forward for those dates. You know what I'm saying?
States pick themselves.
Yeah, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. If you open, we coming.
Where we can go.
Where we can go. Like you know what I'm saying?
No, that's
but
cool.
that's definitely the move right now. Like the move is to just basically get the word out about fair entertainment, man. Like just spread it out there because we got good music. You know what I'm saying? But we want to get it in the hands of people. And then on my part, my end of it, the deal is just getting the music into the hands of the DJs that's willing to play it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest, I say it on here, I say it on radio, whatever it may be. I know how this works, so holla at me. You know what I'm saying? Like real rap. Like we know how this works. Holla at me. You know what I mean?
And I mean, I was just talking yesterday about people building relationships with these DJs. And Glocawear is probably a perfect place to do so.
Absolutely.
Because you get a good range. You got legendary DJs that's in there regularly. You got young up-and-coming DJs and everything in between. And they all have networks.
Facts.
And at the end of the day, the game has really changed for DJs. They can't really get away with some of the stuff they used to get away with. So now they're just worried about vibes.
Right.
They want to play the shit they like. And they get to play the shit that they like most of the time. If they're not on radio. So you got to just get it in their hands and fuck with them and be real. One DJ told me, man, just give a nigga an A for something.
Real shit though, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, holla at me. I know how it works.
Give a nigga an A for something, but you just got to figure it out, man.
Dog. So all right. So listen. All right. I'm gonna give you a story, an exclusive story, bro. I promise you it's exclusive. I'm starting to do this. My wife told me I need to start digging back in my past a little bit. So a lot of people don't know that I was a drummer in a rock band. It was called All Crazy. You know what I'm saying? We did a little touring. Neef and Chris and Neef manager was our manager at the time. So we did a little bit of traveling and stuff like that. Dope. But let me tell you this story. I don't know what's that girl. What's that lady? That girl. I'm sorry, the queen. The lady that she used to be on Power 99 late night. Had the dirty like she used to be like dirty talk and all that. What's her name?
Not Golden Girl.
Golden Girl.
All right.
Bang. So Golden Girl. Shout out to Golden Girl. She gave us our first opportunity to ever be on the radio. Shout out to Golden Girl.
Yeah,
but how
shout out to her for that.
yeah, real rap. But how it happened was crazy. Our manager called us to say, "Yo, can y'all get to Power 99 right now?" We like, "What's up?" He like, "Yo, Golden Girl willing to put you on the radio station. Come on, come down real quick, quick meet and greet. All right, let's go. But before you go, before you come, make sure you stop and get KFC." And a bottle of Hennessy. I'm not lying to you, bro. I'm not lying. So we end up getting.
Why is she such a nigga?
Shout out to Golden Girl, man. I promise you, I love her for that. And like, I'm not gonna lie. When we walked in there, she was so pleasant. So like, it was just like, I remember I was like, damn, if this is how it's going to be, then this is what's up. Like, I've enjoyed this. Yeah. You know what I mean? But she was like the first radio person I met at the time. And yeah, she was really honest, man, and dope. So.
I remember I met Golden Boy back in the day. I met a few of them. Golden Boy used to be on air with somebody else, light skinned boy. I met them, and then at the station because my sister used to. I forget why she was going up there, but I've been going to Power for a while, like, since a kid. Like I remember the big box of CDs they used to let you pick out of and shit. Or the promo CDs. I used to be hyped. Yeah, I was hyped to get original flavors. Matter of fact, when I went there, that Can I Get Open joint. Who would have known that I'd later be such a big Hov fan? Like that's crazy.
That's crazy, right? Yo.
But then I remember working in Lady Foot Locker one time because I used to work at Champs.
I think everybody in Philadelphia worked at Foot Locker.
But they was all owned by the same motherfuckers. So my manager was cool. He like, man, I'm around your way. I'm at Sheltonham at Lady Foot Locker. You want some hours? Slide. So I slide. Long story short, motherfucking, I get the lady credit card. It's Tiffany Bacon from the radio.
Oh, bet.
So it was Tiffany Bacon. And I know a girl. I grew up with a girl named Tiffany Bacon. So I'm like, you know, and I'm young. I'm like, ain't that many damn Tiffany Bacon.
Right.
So I'm like, you Tiffany Bacon? And she was like, yeah, da. She was cool as shit. Nice as hell. Right. Great voice. That's back on radio. You ain't had to look like now. You had to have a good voice.
Right.
She had a great voice, bro. Right. But it's just funny because, like, in the position we're in now, it's like we run around with the people at that level now. Yeah. All the time.
Right. That was.
We need to start asking niggas for chicken and Hennessy, man.
Yo. I'm about to, dog. Like, I'm about to be like, hey, yo, you want to do this interview?
I don't be asking for enough. Shit.
I don't ask enough for an interview, to be honest with you, man. That's just me. Like, I just want to get out there. That's just me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because again, I like really meet. Like, I take this opportunity to do interviews as a meeting people and networking. That's just, you know what I mean? But I know other people do this as a craft, and I respect that, man. Don't get me wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I mean, there's always a balance.
Yeah.
Like, I have SippinWitSammie where it's people I want to talk to for an hour or so.
Yeah.
And then I got the radio where there's a mixture of people that come through there, and a lot of times it ain't necessarily somebody that I would have invited.
Right.
Right. Or a lot of times you gotta realize too, like, we dealing with managers all the time. Like, they the ones calling you.
Yeah. So you never even sat down and talked to that person until,
you know what I mean? So send you the invoice.
That's good.
Yeah. Like, it is.
No,
what
I
it
feel
is.
with you. I feel you on that.
You know what I mean? But like, at the same time, we give our people's plays, and like, I got a DJ that has to get paid when he can, because he don't always get paid. You know what I mean?
But you running a business though.
Yeah,
that's different.
So it's like, it's different things and different reasons. But I created the balance to where I know that over here, everybody that's sitting here, I could talk to. If you in this studio, that mean that I let you know where I'm at.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I couldn't do the same thing over there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Two completely different things.
No, I definitely understand that.
It's funny because none of this was planned. Like, I always wanted to do the SippinWitSammie thing, right? But I seen that as just like what we doing now, drinking and kicking it and just talking. I never saw myself as a media personality.
Stop playing.
I never.
No, bro. Like, seriously, you never ever thought like you was gonna become a.
When I was young, I used to want to do radio. Then they said you had to intern for like 5 years, and then you got to do all this other shit.
I got turned
and
out quick.
I was like, yeah, bro, I'm already hooping every day. Yeah, like, and I'm close. When I was growing up, we was kind of close with Quincy, with QDZ. Right. And I watched what he went through. And he grinded from the bottom up. And I remember when he was on the radio first thing in the morning, last thing in the middle of the night. You know what I mean? He was street team and everything else.
I do remember that. Yeah, he did. It was all over the place.
This nigga was in college at the time. Right. You know what I mean? Graduated college, had to fight with them to get what he was owed. Left, went to Cali, came back, got a syndicated morning. Like, I respect his grind and how he got there.
Same, I do too.
I wasn't built for it. It was like, as much as I wanted to be a doctor, I wasn't going to medical school. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't. So after a while of just watching and really being honest about what the situation was, I said, I ain't doing that shit.
But see that's something right there too. That's important, bro. Like you said it, like you know for a fact what you built for and what you're not built for. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't go to military.
A lot of people don't understand. Yeah, it's insane. I signed, that's not true. I signed up and everything. I was ready to go. Look, I did everything but swearing.
They looking for this nigga.
Y'all swear, they was picking me up every day doing a buddy program. I'm working out with them and all that shit. Yep. Yeah, I was ready to go, bro. Nah, I had to change your heart, like that show. Change your heart last minute.
They used to do slick shit though. They used to catch you out there by yourself with no guardian, talk to you,
that's
sign you up.
That's what happened.
But your parents could get you out of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who
Yeah.
like, especially girls, who just on a whim was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just sign some shit, and they peoples had to go get them out of there.
Yeah, man. That's what I mean. My people had to get me out because I was no. Actually, I think my mom did have to. Yeah, because I remember the guy coming to the crib. Yeah, I do remember the guy coming to the crib.
Like, you signed what without me?
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was we talking about? I'm sorry.
Nah, you all good.
I
You
jumped
all
on
good.
it, please.
But as far as the media thing, so what happens later is my man gets a show when we in college. He has a radio show, he's a communication major, and he had a co-host, female co-host. She got an internship. She couldn't co-host, so he asked me to slide. So I slid one day. I snuck my drink in there because it's in the school building.
Right.
So I'm sipping and shit. We tripping. We had a great DJ Radio, who wound up being K Slay DJ later on. He used to have all this shit, but he never talked.
Right.
So we used to have a bar. It was like the come up show kind of. And I was like, well, that was fun.
Right.
I got to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just chalked it up
got
as
out the
that.
system, right.
And then when I got the opportunity, like I said, over 5 years ago, when I was thinking about doing this, was because somebody reached out to me that had an internet station here, and they was like, well, if you ever thought about having a show, I'd give you a show, but you wouldn't even have to come in. You could do it remotely. And I never even thought about that before. So then I'm like, hold up. If I could do it remotely, then I could just go to where niggas be drinking at and drink with them and interview them and send the shit to them, and we good.
Right.
So that's when I started playing and sipping with Sammie. But then that opportunity fell through. I don't know if I didn't follow up. I don't think I think the station wound up closing short after that.
Okay.
But I had the idea, so I was like, well, fuck it. I got a cameraman. I'm gonna still make it happen. So I had a co-host in mind, and he was a comedian. And so I was like, he's gonna be my bartender / co-host for whenever we need somebody to handle the drinks.
Right.
This nigga was a teacher. He gets a job as a principal.
So he can't really be.
So like, you ain't got time. Not at least not till you figure this new role out.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
Congratulations, bro. God bless.
Right. But
Like that. So that's what happened with that. And then time went on, and I wound up stumbling into the glocawearradiostation situation. Shout out to Wave. You know what I mean? Told me to just come through, so I kept coming through.
Right.
And then I wound up on the FM with the 98.5, and seen that Kay knew how to do what she knew how to do. And one day we had a conversation, and she was like, well, if you still wanted to do that, like, we could start that shit. I'm like, when? She's like, tomorrow?
Wow.
Wow. I'm like, word. And I had a new plan.
Right.
Because since I didn't have the same camera guy, because that was the other guy's brother, and he's doing bigger things. He's doing movies and shit now. And I had decided I wanted to have a female co-host. And I had Saf in mind that was like my number one that I wanted, but I had a couple other girls in mind too. And after a couple episodes, I had Saf on, probably on the second or third, and she started calling me.
Right.
Like, yo, I was watching it. It was so much fun. We got to do that again. And I was like, nigga, you the co-host. You ain't
Right.
what do you mean?
Right. Let's go.
You good over here. So it's like, it just snowballed, but this all happened around the same time.
Wow.
Like, I was doing all 3 shows at one time. You see what I'm saying? And then I just dropped off the FM station and just kept doing the other 2. So it wasn't like a plan.
Right.
Sipping with Sammie was a plan, but I never looked at this like media.
Like, yeah.
Because even now, I don't talk about current events. I don't get people on their promo runs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in here building and hopefully giving people some education and some light and some insight into what people are doing, what's possible out here.
Right.
Networks that could coexist. You know what I mean? But I never looked at it as me being a media personality. But as soon as I had my own equipment,
Right.
And I was a glocawear face. Now we're backstage doing interviews and side stage doing interviews, and now I'm media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But when you said that, I was like, really? You didn't think that? Because like,
bro,
dog,
it happened
like,
so fast.
Because like the first time I met you, that's what you were.
That's
you
what I was
into.
doing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But
That's
it's
the
only
first one.
been 3 years or so, almost 4, I guess.
Right.
It ain't been like that long. It's been long now that I look up and I'm like, damn, Sippin with Sammie is almost at 2 years. We coming up on our 100th episode, so we gotta do something for that. I'm gonna let y'all know.
Okay.
Hey, you and Vu come out, cause I'm trying to do something safe, socially distant, but fun.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out the space.
It's
and
so
how
hard
many
to plan something right now, man. You know what I mean? Well,
That's the
plan,
thing.
Plan to be responsible, I should say.
The thing is, planning it is not my problem. When it's time to pull the trigger, what's the options? You see what I'm saying? Like, I can have an idea of what I want, but if the restrictions change next week,
Oh yeah.
then I might can't do what I want.
Yeah.
Because I really got an idea. I really figured it out for the most part. But we just gonna have fun, and it's not gonna be a straight through. We gonna clip it up.
Right.
I might even, and I thought about doing some cheesy shit. We treat it like a wedding. I had a camera go table to table. Everybody got to talk about the podcast.
Oh man, yo.
But I'm gonna have them folks in there. You know what I mean? Like, yo. And I got a couple ideas for some more people. But like, you know, just some cool shit. Just to celebrate the consistency. We ain't missed a week.
No, I think you should do that actually. The wedding style.
Yeah.
No, I like that though.
That'd be hard, I think.
No, I think that would be hard.
I think that'd be dope.
I
Let
really,
everybody say they little
yeah,
thing.
no, I think
and
that'd be
then
dope.
we could get drops out of it too.
Yeah, I think that'd be dope. Right, that's what I'm saying, dog. Like, yeah, that's just no. When you said that, the first thing I thought about, I'm like, you can go, you can do so much with that. You know what I mean? Use that, like, hell yeah.
That'd be the intro after the fucking.
Right, use so much for that, dog. Like,
gotta do intro
that's
now.
dope. Hell yeah, I think you should do that.
But I want to have like some games. We got some drinking games, some weed games. I got Ganja Land for Christmas, so it's supposed to be like Candyland. We're gonna break that out.
That sounds scary.
Do a Drink is a card game like Dare.
I don't do drinking games. I'm gonna be honest with
That's
you.
why we go at different tables, man.
I don't.
You ain't even drinking the yak.
Yo, look.
You letting it spoil.
He poured me. Oh, so we sipping this. I gotta sip this, right? Okay. But I sipped though. You just killed it.
I was sipping mine. I just been sipping mine since we started, so it's going already.
Factual. Oh, real quick, since we took a break, I had to look up on my phone YB's album because I felt bad. It was weighing on my heart. So it's Like That. You know what I mean?
Word.
The new single is called Like That. And they say it's dropping February 5th. All major platforms. Make sure y'all go get that.
I think I played Like That when he was on the radio with us.
Yeah, I think you did.
I think I did.
Yo, actually, he killed that joint down Atlanta too.
He was tearing it up.
Yeah.
He got some dope shit, man.
He got some shit, buddy. Definitely got some shit. And his other song is out right now called Humble.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely got Humble out. Damn, man, y'all working. So 12-month plan. We done got off on a tangent about me. So y'all bringing the tour back.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely do that. We got the merch. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know about the merch, the hoodies, the sweatsuits, the hats. You know, we got that going on. We looking to expand a little bit on that. Not too much. Like I was telling you before, off air. It's not really a clothing brand. We're not looking to take over and be like the next.
Belts would be cool.
Ooh, yeah. See, dang. All right, well, yeah. Belts it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest, like that's how I am. I'm like, look, because I was thinking about belts. I was thinking about I was thinking about the lighter. I don't know what they call
The
it.
bungee cord.
Yeah. I was thinking about getting those joints and putting fear on those. You know, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's all about merchandising, man. It's just all about putting your name on anything that people use. Like if I use it, I'm going to put my name on it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. Like my brand and a lot of y'all branding is lifestyle.
Facts.
Is things that y'all would wear, that y'all would use. It's not for a specific thing outside of just imitating what y'all already got going on.
Absolutely. Right.
So that's why there's shot glasses and coasters and cognac glasses, and you know what I mean? Because that's what I'm already touching all the time.
Right.
So why not just put my name on the shit?
Yeah, it makes sense.
The shot glasses was fun though, because when I first got the shot glasses, it was like 4 years ago.
This is dope.
Maybe
yo,
4
I
or
didn't
5. Yeah, got the album cover on the other side. Maybe 5 years ago, and I went to all the bars I used to go to,
right,
and dropped off like half a dozen here. You know what I mean? Dozen that jump.
Can you explain though, real quick, how important that is, brother, like,
bro? And you know what's crazy? Motherfuckers stole every one of them shot glasses, and I was happy about it. Cause now my shit is on their table, and they like, yo, my shit in your chick cabinet.
Yeah,
my face on it. I was ecstatic. I'll get y'all some more, man. It's cool.
No, but that's dope, though.
No,
man.
it is, and it's like when I first went to glocawear, I left like 3 there, and I wasn't there on air yet. But I was getting phone calls and hit on Instagram and shit, and people were sending me, oh shit, I was in Glocawear, I seen your shot glass, yo, that's crazy. I'm drinking out your glass right now.
Yeah.
Yo, this shit genius, yo. And it'd be crazy because it's just there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just there.
Right.
And it was like, yeah, I gotta keep doing that. But I'm about to order some more.
But it's like, yo, this is like a business card. Like, and again, like type about is better than a business card actually, because it's a representation of you when you're not even in the room.
And
like,
strangely, I found out people collect shot glasses.
Yes, I do.
Like how old people used to collect spoons.
When I show you my collection, bro, like Like when I tell you, I collect shot glasses, bro. I mean, my wife is crazy. Like I cause, I do a lot of traveling too as well. So anytime I go somewhere in the airport, I have to go buy a shot glass from the airport.
See, yeah, people be on it like that, and that's like one of the things when you at events where you can vend. People look at my table, they'll see amateur twerking sucks. I heart Barstool, all of that shit, and they don't really care about that shit. They'll see a shot glass and just be like, "Oh, well, how much are these?"
Right, absolutely.
And it's like that the shit that's at the register when you in the line for checkout.
Impulse buy.
Impulse buy. It's like it works for that.
Impulse buy.
You know what I mean? And it's crazy because most people that don't know me that ask me for the shot glasses, when they ask me how much and I tell them the price, I always feel like I didn't tell them enough.
Right. Because
I'd be like, such and such. They be like, oh, for real? And I'm like, shit.
You know what's crazy? So, you know what's crazy about that though, bro? Like, I'm not gonna lie. I love Philadelphia. I really love Philadelphia. I really, 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 really love Philadelphia. Okay? I'm gonna say that. I do. But I do a lot of traveling. So when I do a travel with the merchandise, and a lot of people know me, I got the merchandise, I got a book bag, duffel bag, whatever it can be. I'm out there traveling, selling merchandise. Yeah. And I tell somebody the price of my hoodie, they're like you said, oh, that's it? And I'm like, I should have said this, but don't get me wrong. Like, yeah. I'm satisfied with the sell because
you asked for what you needed.
I asked for what I needed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to just seem like that. But it's just the difference of you see it. Like, oh, wow, they just.
It's very funny, though, bro, because sometimes it'll really make you double think. Like, am I tripping?
Absolutely. Like,
you know what? They got it. It's cool.
Right.
And sometimes they'll buy two. You know what I mean? I heard recently when glocawear went down in Baltimore for the little show or whatever that they did out there last week, they had a table set up with everybody merch. They said some lady walked up and bought all the glocawear scullies from the gate. They was out of glocawear scullies in 5 minutes. Like, she just bought all of them.
Wow. I had somebody do that with me too.
Fuck around like a dozen joints. Yeah. Like, table got a gap in it. We got to fill this gap now. Like,
but that's a problem that I like to have.
That's a blessing. Yeah, that's a blessing.
Probably
but you just never know how people coming with it. Right. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
If your price right, they might buy the whole thing.
Right.
They ain't mad at nobody.
And that's another thing too, man. Like, if you got merchandise out there, please, man. Like, I know you trying to make your bread and it's competitive out here and everybody got merchandise, but
be fair.
Yes.
Be fair.
Be fair, man.
And take pride in your designs. Don't just throw shit together because it fit.
Right.
You know what I mean? You've been seeing Westside Gun, Griselda making a killing off of merch.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? To the point where the nigga think he played himself on Black Friday. He was mad as shit at himself. Like, yo, he ain't have enough merch. So he posted like 50-40% off, whatever, off of the whole site. And it's like, say for instance, 100 items on this motherfucker, different items. It was 2 left in like 5 minutes.
God damn.
So that mean every small to 3X that sold out of 98 things.
Damn. Yo.
You know what I'm saying? He like, man, he said I'm never doing that again.
Right.
He ain't have enough.
Right.
And it's just like, man, when a nigga said I'm from a block that do Westside Gun hoodie numbers, they was making a lot of money. Like, they making a lot of money because them hoodies is going crazy. But he cares about designing that shit. He makes it a part of what he raps about. He puts on those shirts. Like, he makes it make sense.
Absolutely.
To where it's not like you just buying a shirt for a name.
Right.
Or for a look.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? The branding is important. I've been seeing what Currency been doing with his brand, with the Jet Life shit. They got some cool shit.
I like their stuff too, yeah.
They got some cool shit. I got a shirt. I'll probably get a jacket or something.
I'm not gonna front. Yo, the Fly Boys. We talking about merch. Like, we gotta talk about the Fly Boy merch too. We got y'all got some.
The logo, man.
Sheesh, y'all got some heat.
Yeah, every time, like at least once a week when I'm talking to him, we got an idea about some shit.
Right.
And half the time I look on Instagram and realize we got more merch than I realized.
Yo.
I mean, like niggas, I think 2-3 people walked in the show yesterday with Flyboy merch I ain't got. I was just like, damn, when did it come out and when did you get it?
Get it right.
Because you already got it on.
Right.
Like, damn.
But you know what? Like to me, that's not a problem. I don't got no issues with that. If you got fear gear I don't got, I love it.
Oh, no, I don't be complaining. But
I know that.
That's how quick the turnover
is.
It's like, before I even dig it, somebody got it. Because he done already done it and put it out there. Right. And I must have been slipping. Like, or maybe I ain't calling him.
But that's a big up to the he on his job.
No, he doing what the fuck he was born to do on some levels. Like, this motherfucker got an eye.
Right. He definitely got
an eye. And he designed a lot of this shit by hand and then figure it out from there. So it's like, when it came to them logos and all that, like, he really don't, like, he still don't understand the logo game. Which is why he's not offering his services to design logos. Right. You see what I'm saying? And I think the logo game will frustrate it. Because it's weird dealing with people in their brand. They
That's why I
never
didn't
really
do
know
it.
what they want. And if you do something that doesn't look like something that they had in their mind that they didn't even come out with, then they're not gonna like it.
Right.
And a lot of the times you got to do 2 and 3 designs to possibly get a yes.
Right.
And motherfucker ain't paid you yet, or they only gave you, the little
Deposit.
deposit.
Yeah.
It's a headache.
It's a big headache.
It's a headache if you don't love that shit like that.
Right.
So
That's why, you know what I mean, I shout out to my guy Lou. You know what I mean? Lou does anything I need done, as far as graphic design, Lou got me. He's down at Ill Skills. I'm just plugging people, I'm sorry.
No, that's cool.
I'm not Ill Skill, Inca Duffy. Jesus, I'm so sorry.
Inca Duffy.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Sorry. Shout out to Facts and everybody down there. But yeah, my man Lou, bro, like he again, like
you gotta love that shit.
He's a pain. I mean, I'm a pain to him, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, hey Lou, can you take this out? Hey Lou, can you add this color? Hey Lou, and I know that, you know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying about that too.
He did the Fear Love design?
No, he didn't do that one. Actually, that came from Vu.
That's a dope design.
Yeah, that came from Vu.
That shit worked.
Vu did that. Yeah.
And the way that y'all the different ways y'all put it, like around the hats and shit, it worked well.
Yeah.
It fits well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front. Every design that you see from Fear Entertainment that came from Vu.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Real rap.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I always say it, man. Nigga told me he was about to get busy and got busy. And I'm always respect that, because everybody, like I said, everybody kicking the same shit when you in entertainment, music, any of these businesses. It's like everybody is lit and it's on and they got some shit and niggas don't know, numbers is going up, all this shit.
Right.
And it's like, I don't even think y'all understand why people numbers go up. Y'all just keep saying y'all number about to go up for nothing.
For nothing, right.
Like people's numbers go up. It's just like a tattoo artist. The more motherfuckers want this tattoo, the more this person gets to charge an hour for his time.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
If you get a tattoo from Cartoon could have been doing the hood of somebody lowrider for the same time that he's spending on your arm. So you gonna pay like you getting a fucking lowrider.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
you gotta work to those points.
Facts, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
You don't get to just say, oh shit, I dropped a single now, people like me, y'all about to have to pay.
Yeah.
Or like, whatever, another thing that's popular. Features half off today. You've never posted features on a full price day or a full price. So that's a swindle.
No, so how about this though? And I'm not a rapper, but I deal with, I'm in the industry, right? We industry.
Around, yeah.
I'm around. So like if I call X for a feature, I'm like, yo, how much for a feature? And they tell me this. I'm like, yo, but okay, I'm giving you that, but what's my return? Because I'm a businessman.
Well,
like, I'm a numbers.
That's part of it too. Anytime you're paying for features, then hopefully it's somebody that you know makes the song better, or is going to bring
what I'm saying.
A look or an energy, or is going to bring a look or an energy to the song that you need, possibly views or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? What you want to know when you paying a motherfucker is, does this just cover the verse, or does this cover the video too? Because a nigga will Hove you in a minute. Bleak didn't have Hove in the video, and that was Bleak.
Yeah.
Getting them to do a video is very important. But what you also pay for is, after they get paid, you don't owe them nothing else off of that song. Right. They got what they wanted for it.
Right.
They got what it is, your record.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you pay not to have to split everything else later.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's like prostitution. You pay this motherfucker to leave.
Right. Absolutely.
Go about your business.
And the thing about it is, right, so speaking on that, like I've learned from, I study. I watched Rockefeller, how they moved early on, and they were dropping these bags off because they want things done. My wife told me before, if you want anybody to do anything for you, you have to pay them. And you have to pay them well.
Well,
so I learned that, and I took that on. So if I'm doing a service, if I hire you to do a service for me, which is and I say me, Fair Entertainment, anybody like that, we understand that you have to get paid well or fair. You know what I'm saying? Now after that, like you said, this is ours now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
it's ours
at the end of the day, more so than paid, all of this shit is a barter. Because sometimes finances isn't what somebody can gain from you.
Right.
As big as other things. You know what I mean? So it's all about leverage. It's all about trade. Whatever, like I say, if this motherfucker want $300 to write and lay this shit, and he gonna come do the video, why the fuck wouldn't you pay him this $300?
Right. And again,
think he's worth it.
I'm only speaking on people that, and I'm just gonna be honest, that ask Hollywood or on a different level. Like, you know, we're in the industry, we deal with other different people, and I'm not like I'm coming up and I'm learning a lot on hand, bro. So that's why I'm speaking like this, and I'm speaking to you because you've been around. You maybe you could kind of school me on air, or you know what I'm saying, or off air, either way. You know what I mean? But again, like I said, I'm dealing with these people, and I'm like, yo, can we do this? Can we do that? Yeah, it's gonna be this, and then like you said, they hope you in a minute. You know what I mean? You're like, well, damn, my nigga, like, what's up? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And again, it hasn't happened to us per se. I'm not.
And you always gotta do front and back end with niggas too.
I'm noticing like a lot of conversations.
Artists move off front and back end. Do not give them nobody their money before you get your shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get them their front end. Yo, this is the deposit. When I see you, or when I get the joint, I give you the rest.
Facts. Okay.
But yeah, but like I had a situation where I had to rush to the studio. I was late for a session. I got caught up in making moves, and I had a singer coming through. And I had called my man on the way to the stew, like, bro, I ain't even get the bust a move to pick up this bread. Do me a favor, meet me at the stew, because I got to pay the singer bowl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My man on his way. But, of course, he wasn't planning to get there on time. He's getting there when he can.
Get there, right.
So he on his way and shit. I know he on his way, but the singer boy there. The singer boy listened to the beat, wrote the hook, banged the hook out. 5 minutes later, this nigga like, yo, I'm out. I'm like, the money on the way, though. Like,
right.
He like, yo, I got to roll. I got shit to do. And he killed it. So I couldn't even be mad. Like, he bodied it.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He like, I'm out, though. Like, I had to run around the corner to the ATM at the 7-Eleven.
Right, but you got.
But I wasn't trying to swindle. I literally had told because you know how folk is. Like, that's like if Vu called you, like, bro.
Yeah.
You know Vu ain't broke. You know that nigga got it. You like, I got you. You gotta get it done.
Right, absolutely.
But you was somewhere meeting somebody. They got T-shirts in their hand. You got to, you got to close the truck before you can get to this motherfucker.
Absolutely, right.
And it was just one of them joints, and it was just so funny because I'm like, I appreciated how he didn't waste none of my time. I had time to do an extra song that day in my session because I allow singers a lot of time because they got to go through runs and thinking about, you know, which way they going to attack what. I let them have it. I don't try to rush singers. I might rush a rapper because I know what they going through. Right. You know what I mean? But singers, I let them have their time. So I actually wound up with extra time. That was a blessing.
Facts. Absolutely.
And he killed it.
Yeah. He was professional.
No problem.
He came ready to work.
And he did the video.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? Right. And nowadays, if I asked him again, I probably wouldn't have to pay him. You know what I mean? I'm sure at this point he probably wants to do another joint. But I probably would still pay him.
And that's building relationships
just because of what we talking about, and because I know his time is worth it, and he's not wasting my time. The problem is, it's just like with merch or anything in retail. You can get a motherfucker to buy something once. Yeah. Can you get on to buy it again? Twice.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Out of that experience, I was fine with what the number was. I was fine with the outcome. I'm good with doing that again. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Facts.
But when it come to Hollywood shit, a lot of times when niggas get Hollywood, I be over them.
Right.
Like, I know a DJ in the city that everybody fuck with. He hosted my man mixtape. And when I heard it, all he was on was the intro and outro. And I'm like, where's the hosting part? When he shout out the homies and the rest in peace and what's up West Philly? When does all this come in?
Right.
And he like, no, because the first time he sent it to us, he had a bunch of drops for him.
Oh, like all
this young Jeezy shouting out such as this Jermaine Dupri shouting out such as this shouting out such and such, this Dutchy man shouting out. He was like, we don't want all that shit. Yeah. So I'm like, so he just took it off and left it.
I ain't even replace it. Nothing else.
I'm like, y'all paid him. He like, yeah, but you know what I mean? He kind of scared of us, so like he be acting funny, and so we just left it alone. I'm like, nigga, I'd have took him off and told you to host the motherfucker. At least you know all the homies' names. We would have in the studio and you would yell over these fucking tracks. Right. I'm not promoting him on my shit. He ain't even say nothing.
Right. Wow.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that hurt my feelings. Right. Like it was a Floyd fight on, and I'm arguing with my man manager the whole fight. Wow. And this was years ago. I mean, this was way before retirement. Like this was like probably 10 or so years ago.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not. I mean, the main reason why I said all that is because like you were saying, you have to earn that. You know what I'm saying? You have to earn.
Some niggas be thinking they there though. Yeah. And sometimes, shit, I've headlined shows before. I still do showcases. I still perform for free sometimes just because it's somebody's shit that I fuck with and I'm there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But at the same time, you put me on your flyer, you pay me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If you promote me as, yo, he's going to be there, that's why y'all should be there, I get paid for that.
I get paid for it, yes, absolutely.
Same thing 50 told Floyd.
Yeah. Real shit. Real shit.
Like, no, I said I was coming. When you told them I was coming, now I want to check.
I want to check. So here's the thing about that, though, right? Because you brought up 50 and Floyd. And I am big on this as well. Like, if we are friends, I know how to separate the friendship from business.
And I pay my friends all the time.
Like, I know...
Or get them paid.
And that's what I'm saying. But when I mean separate, I mean I'm going to make sure the business is handled the correct way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to ruin the friendship. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. And I'm just fair. I'm just fair with everybody because again, I just feel like I move around so much. So even if we have a deal and say it's $30,000, whatever it may be, I walk away with $5,000. You take the rest of it, bro. That's okay because I have another deal over here that I'm going to make another $5 from.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm.
But you stir multiple pots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something gonna come to a boil, you gonna tend to that, and then the other shit gonna still be cooking. Like that's how it works.
Right.
When you move the way that you move.
Right.
But like it's crazy because, like I said, I get friends paid, but it ultimately comes down to like I don't want no problems. Like anytime that I'm a consumer, my thing is always if you tell me you want a price for something, I don't give a fuck if you love me or not. If you say, yo, I'll drop this radiator in your joint, I usually get this, but I only want this. I don't expect less of a job because you charge me less money.
Right.
You told me what you needed to do the job.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So like at the end of the day,
right.
I don't want to hear about but you only paid because you only asked for it. I didn't short you.
But
you see,
that's a person that don't have to take pride in their work.
And but motherfuckers always make an excuse and then fall back. But it's a flip side to that too. When I was in the streets, I always told motherfuckers, I could tell you who's going to come short by how many times they call you and what they say when they on the phone.
Oh, for sure.
The motherfucker that's harassing you doesn't have all the money.
Oh, for sure.
They ain't got they out here rushing you. You going to get there and they going to have a story, but they also already built up this energy to kind of blame you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
I waited all this time for
you, bro. My mom came and I had to.
Or might have wanted to short you. Yeah, you know. And every time they got to call you, they took another $1 off the top. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit, man. It happens, and it just be like, yo, you gotta like know how to read people, and you gotta also understand that part of the business is making somebody say it to you. I'm not texting, emailing certain shit because it's easy to type no. Say no. Me and you right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, so look, I got this. I'm trying to do this, blah, blah, blah. What you thinking? You have to literally keep a straight face in front of me when you trying to figure out how to respond to me.
But see, I don't got that problem.
And that's a lot of pressure for a lot of niggas.
I don't got that problem.
But that's a lot of pressure for. That's why a lot of niggas don't handle their own business. No. That's why people with those shit and can't stand at their own door.
Right. I just say no.
You see what I'm saying?
But that's no problem with me.
But most people in this world, especially people that's trying to get over, they love to type it.
Right. But
they would love to type it. I don't give them that opportunity.
Right. And I definitely understand what you're saying about that though, because it's always different. There's always a different energy when you're in somebody's presence. That's why I like to.
That's why I like meeting up.
I like meeting up with people. Me too.
Link
I
up.
like linking up.
Get a drink.
Me
let's
too.
do lunch or some shit.
Yeah, I like doing that, especially when it comes to business meetings. I want to sit in presence.
And we could do fun shit. Like it was a time when shit was open. I was inviting niggas to the motherfucking what's the joint down by Sugar House on Fillmore?
Oh, the
Fillmore.
Oh, Fillmore, yeah.
I'm telling niggas come to the show on in. We in there having business talks, watching Fab and them, whoever the fuck in the VIP chilling. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like it ain't all gotta be formal. Right. Because at the end of the day, this is hip hop. Like we running around with niggas and motherfuckers that do good business, but they come from where we come from. Everything doesn't have to feel like that. And you'd be surprised you get a lot more done because everybody's relaxed and nobody's listening to your conversation. Facts. It's loud as fuck in there and the main attraction is down there.
Right. So
you see what I'm saying? So you just chopping it.
Real shit.
You just chopping it. But like, I got a homie, this happened yesterday, just speaking of business and numbers and all of that shit. He has some artists, and I grew up with him. He has some artists that he wants on the fly day. Mm-hmm. Post sent him the price list, and told him, Sam said you can get a little discount because, I grew up with him. Right. He didn't read the message under the price list. He just sent the money. Post sent it back to him. He seen him yesterday. He stopped him. He said, yo, did you ever I sent you your money back? And he was like, wow, what was wrong? He said, because you didn't read the message. And And he was like, what did the message say? He said, I said, this the number, but Sam said you could get a discount. You know what I'm saying? The nigga said, oh, so you sent the money back? He said, yeah, because I ain't want no confusion.
It's a real one.
You know what I'm saying?
A real one.
He said, oh, hold up. Sent the whole thing back to him. He said, I ain't Indian giving.
He a real one. You know what? That's a whole real conversation. I like people like that.
And it was crazy because I know that as my man, he assumed that I knew what they was talking about. And I didn't. All I heard was discount. But I don't know what point of their conversation they was at.
Right.
Or they changed whatever was going on.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when he came over to me, he was explaining it to me. I'm like, damn, I had no idea, but it's funny that it ended with I ain't Indian giving.
Hey, right. Hey, listen, man.
But good folks, and like you say, he operate like you. He know what it is out here, man. He know motherfuckers gotta get compensated for what they do, and he has no problem with doing that.
Absolutely.
But it's just crazy because like part of the reason, like when I say I grew up with him, like he might have saved me from 15 years one time.
Wow.
I was in a breakfast spot wilding.
Wow.
By myself. And I wasn't up against one motherfucker. Yeah. And I was acting like I had everything on me. Because I was in my bag.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I was there already. Like I wanted to do disrespectful shit, like throw the sugar shaker through the nigga windshield. Just to prove to the breakfast spot it wasn't his car.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I was on that time, dog.
I was just okay.
Like to the point my youngins called me later, like, yo, why you ain't call us? They would have never got out of there. And I'm like, that's why I ain't call y'all.
Right.
Because I was on my Rambo shit. I didn't need no extra shit.
Yeah. I ain't no gasoline. I was already on fire. I don't need no gasoline.
And he was there and he, yo, chill, yo, let me talk to you. Yo.
Right. Calm you down.
Yeah, and it's like, I respect that kind of shit because one, I'm not easy to calm down. You might get jabbed being on my side.
I'm the same way, bro. I swear.
Niggas have taken blows trying
like,
to tell me that they with me.
Side, right. That's why I spread love now. Like, and that's why I do that. Yeah.
And that's why people always say, well, I couldn't see that. I was like, because that's not even me no more. Like, you know, I got a glitch. You know, sometimes that switch flips, but like, I'm not in that world no more like that.
So you don't have to, and that's another thing. You don't have to put off that energy because
I'm not around it.
Right,
it's like I said, when I sold the worst shit I ever sold, the craziest thing about it was that when I was doing it, I didn't trust nobody. I treated everybody the same because I was caught up in this cycle of negativity. So you could be my grandmom and I'm asking you 3 different ways if you meant what you just said. Like,
right. Because I don't trust what you said. Like, I don't trust nothing you say.
What's your angle?
Bro,
you know what I mean? And I was like that, and that's not me.
Right.
But that's what comes with it. Or you wind up slipping.
Right.
So I wind up in that mindset, and I had to get out of it. And the further I got away from it, the more I said, less and less is going to take me to the same things that happened back then.
Right, facts.
You see what I'm saying? But
facts.
It is what it is. It's like, we are men, but I want to be a grown man. Like, niggas always, I'm a grown-ass man and react to little boy shit.
Yo, oh my God. Listen, dog, I'm working on something about this, right? No, like, really, like, I'm working on a documentary on it. I'm writing it right now. I'm not even recording, but it's about my transformation of becoming a boy to a man. Because I didn't become a man, bro, until I'll say 34, bro, and I'm still becoming a man, like a full grown man.
And that's dope. That's dope to be able to recognize, and that means that you have standards set and goals set and things for yourself that makes it to where no matter how much or what people see, there's more work to be done.
Oh, for real.
There's more work to be done. I was talking to the young lady, Miss BBB, yesterday. She does a lot with On Air with Sir.
Right.
She's a personality and organizer. She do a lot. So I was talking to her yesterday about just lost my train of thought that quick. What was I saying? What was you saying?
You said I was talking about being a man, and you said you was talking about.
She was talking about how her platform and some of the things that she does to help people is about them figuring out themselves and being introspective and things like that. And I asked her how long has she been on that path in that journey, and she explained that, and it's like she figured it out so early. You know what I mean? And me in my last handful of years, probably longer than that, I've been digging more into myself and figuring out things and shifting and changing certain things. It's
important, bro.
So I know what that is about.
It's important.
But I also know that there's people that don't get there till they 50.
Oh, for sure.
Until they on their third wife and they, you know what I mean? All type of, or been off a cliff already and gotta figure it out. And it's just dope for people to say the way that you said it, like, man, it's an ongoing thing.
It's ongoing.
You got children that's older than 4 years old.
Right.
But what you just said, 34.
34, bro.
You see what I'm saying?
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm 30. I'll be 38 in next month, and I just became a man. Like, it was real shit. Like,
and that's dope because you'll be a great man forever at that pace because now you figuring it out.
Real shit. Yeah.
And you've been solid. It's just levels.
Yeah.
It's levels. Niggas always want to scream that level shit, but nobody wants to adhere to them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I tell my son that all the time though. It's like, yo, I'm like, look, bro. Like, yeah, when I was this age, I wasn't doing that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? But this was some nut shit that I did back then.
Do back
you know
then.
What I'm saying? Yeah, I was on that vibe, and I let everybody know that though. You know what I'm saying? I was on some nut shit though. You know what I mean?
One thing that that's kind of come up a couple times since we've been talking is about mentorship, the youth. You just mentioned you growing as a man and how you explain certain things to your son because you raising men, you know. But how do you feel as far as like I see y'all running around with the youth, having them promoting their business, you know, stuff like that. But like, where does like I've been wanting to get into or organize something along the lines of I came up in something called Rites of Passage.
I heard of it.
It was like 7th or 8th grade, and it would be time during school day, your elective, and they would bring men in business like they'll have 3 black male chefs come through, and they'll make all different kind of hamburgers. And we, you know, I had ostrich burger for the first time.
Wow.
Probably the only time I ever had ostrich meat.
Wow.
But a lot of kids don't know that there's prominent black male chefs out here. You can be a chef if you like making your grilled cheese. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I've been wanting to get into stuff like that. Each one teach one type of programs. And I always say I was going to organize one. But just like I said before, you kind of always are mentoring if you're aware of what's around you. And I don't want to neglect somebody that might already have something in place. But do you ever think of things like that?
For sure.
As far as like future planning, because you got to train young men.
For sure.
Especially young black men.
For sure.
Because there's a lot of distraction, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of things that they're up against. They need training, they need guidance and direction. And with us as 2 black men that have networks, I feel like either we need to try to figure out a way to bring something. It ain't got to be this year because we was talking about 12 months. I don't want to confuse the people.
Yeah, for sure.
We're not going to rush nothing that has to do with the kids. We got to make sure that's right.
Yeah, I make sure it's absolutely right.
But I think that that's something that I'm big on trying to figure out. I've had opportunity. We've had some conversations. City of Dreams Coalition allows me to help out with certain things and be a part of the things that they have going on. But I just think that on a broader scale, like we got these kids' attention right now, and it could have been a Zoom program.
Right, absolutely, we're right.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, but the only thing about the Zoom program is, I'm gonna just be honest, bro. It's real hard to keep these kids' attention.
But I'm talking about and like I said, for me, and I wanted to start younger, but we did it. What's that? 11, 12, 13 years old was when we had it. These young men had to make a conscious decision
to want to be. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? And
You're
if they need to be forced into it, then somebody on the other end of that cable need to force them to sit there.
Down and listen to it.
But at the same time, like we need commitments from them because we're going to be committed and patient with them.
Right. Absolutely. No, but no, I have thought about different programs and stuff like that.
And I've asked you because I see how you move organically.
Yeah. No, right. I mean, I just, to be honest with you, like a lot of things that I want to do, it requires funds. So we're going to start there first. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I say, like, you don't want to rush nothing with the kids because you want to make it a safe space. You want to be able to provide them things that they may not be able to access themselves, from literature to resources to snacks. Right.
And going back to what you, I mean, that too, but going back to what you was talking about before though, like providing a safe environment for these kids. Like if I you know, I'm a father, you know what I'm saying? So if my kid's gonna be around somebody, I need to make sure that they vetted it. They got that, you know what I'm saying? You got the background check and all that, you know what I'm saying? So, cause I'm not dropping my kids off there if I'm not comfortable. Yeah. So, and again, as a parent, I understand that. So, but I do know a lot of organizations out there that's doing some great things. One, for example, is my man Ryan Harris. As I plant the seed.
As I planted the seed, I know him.
Yeah.
We did the locks thing together.
Right.
He's dope.
Right. That's my brother, bro. We
was very positive
we grew up
when
in
I
the
met him.
same neighborhood.
When I met him, he was very well. Everybody I met at that shoot was cool.
Yeah. He's
crazy.
He's a dope. He's a dope individual, bro. Like, I mean, like, seriously, if you and that's
He's been moving the last couple of months. He's been bouncing.
That's what I'm telling you. So, like, if you really want to do that, that's a person you need to link up with.
I'm gonna
You see
talk
what I'm
to him
saying?
about it because
Because
I'm in my services.
Yeah. He's you know what I mean? He's like, even though he's younger than me, he's my mentor.
Because, like, even
You see what I'm saying?
with glocawear, we're down to teach these kids how to do this shit.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Like, if that's what they interested in.
Right. But I mean, him also. I mean, it's, again, dog. There's so many other people out there doing it that's not getting the highlight.
But
and
that's
the
why
promo.
I never want to say that it doesn't exist.
No, it does exist, and
I
that's
never want to say that because people
right.
like, ain't nobody never doing it. No,
No,
they doing stuff. You need to try to find
you
out.
have to dig into it, and that's what. And again, going back to what I was doing with the King Mara interviews, going out to the people and touching people, I wanted to go out and reach people that's doing things for the community that people don't know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Even, I mean, you can be doing something for the community, or you could just, like yourself, bro, like. You do something for the community you don't even know, bro. Like I like I'm being honest with you. The information that you give, bro, so willingly and free, bro. That's giving back. You see what I'm saying?
I can
like,
see that, but
and
we talked
everybody
about
don't
that.
say
It
You know what I
doesn't.
mean?
It feels like it's always the I could do more thing.
Oh, for sure.
It's like I'm aware.
It's because you're a good guy.
I mean, as far as what you said, that's another perspective of it that I really don't take account for. But I'm aware that I do things.
Right.
I'm constantly, as soon as the pandemic hit, I've been dropping off food and
Facts.
all type of, coat drives and whatever have you. But there's more I could do. And sometimes there might not be more that I can physically do, but I can help connect some dots to make things run smoother in my absence. And I could send other resources or like, if I can't be at your event, I drop off some water ahead of time, a couple cases or whatever.
Absolutely.
Like if I can't, you know what I mean? But I could also probably send you somebody to speak.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm the Cash App king. If I can't be there, I'll Cash App you.
Yeah,
I'll just be honest with you.
But
That's
at
just
the
me.
same time,
And I know money I know money ain't everything, but if you got a program that you're trying to do something for the community,
you need money.
You
You always need
you know
money.
What I'm saying? So.
And sometimes, but see, I know some of these people organize this personally,
Right.
and I know that this person is going to need and not be able to go get, and doesn't realize that yet, because it's weird when you throw in these events like.
Tell me about it.
The checklist be long, man.
Right.
And then once stuff start rolling, other stuff starts falling off of the checklist, and you like, I thought we just figured that out, and you get held up with certain stuff. So I try to fill gaps,
right?
If I can, especially if I know how that person works. But like, no, I'm down with cash too. I have no problem donating cash. I have no problem, making a market run.
Right. But I mean, since we here, you know what I mean, and we know I'm a man, you a man, we could do something, dog. We put something together, Fair Entertainment, Sippin, we definitely put something together, like feeding the homeless, or giving me some toys or whatever. It ain't about nothing, though. We definitely do something.
We could do that.
It's just what it is.
Just a little piece of advice to people, because a lot of people want to do stuff for the homeless. If you've never done it before, try to ask them what they need.
Oh, speak on it, brother, please.
Because you could buy a lot of stuff or get a lot of stuff donated, but it could be in the wrong vein. It's not really what's emergency. It was really like, they always need socks. Women need hygiene products.
Yes.
Badly. Underwear. Badly. Things like that.
Toiletries, periods.
Toiletries.
Right now, I'm sorry to cut you off, brother, because I'm glad that you said it, because this is a sore spot for me. Anybody that really, really knows me, anybody that knows me knows that I go out in the community almost every single day, and I speak to homeless people, bro. Like, I sit there and take the time and talk to people, because I just, you know what I'm saying? Because again, and this is another part of
they're
right,
human like
but
us,
this is another
man.
part of my story though. Like, and again, my wife told me I should, venture off on this, right? Again, 2 years ago, me and my whole entire family was homeless. So for me, it's like I have to connect with that. You see what I'm saying?
Game vicious.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
You superhero.
I'm a monster, bro. I'm gonna keep it.
Superhero,
I ain't gonna lie to my own fucking horn. I'm a monster,
superhero,
bro.
nigga.
We was homeless.
That's
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, though, it's like, yo, I gotta speak to these people, because number one, nobody understood how the fuck we got where we was at. And I'm like, yo, what you mean? Like, the economy fucked up. So when I go out and speak to people, I need to talk to them. Yo, what's going on, man? How'd you end up here, bro? And it's not coming to like a nosy thing or prying. It's more of a care. I care.
And people
see what I'm
don't
saying?
realize a lot of times people are afraid, and being fear comes from ignorance, and not necessarily in a bad way. You just don't know. But when you talk to these people, a lot of these people are intelligent. A lot of these people, if you look in their faces, because I've handed out food on the Parkway with I think it's called Agnes in Touch. They do that every week. I used to go out there and lend a hand to those ladies. A lot of them people in that line look just like us, are our age.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Some of them got jobs and all type of shit.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And they're appreciative.
Right.
And it's 1 out of every 20 of them that tries to take advantage. None of them take more than what they need. They'll point you in the direction of somebody else that could use it. And that's community with people in the lowest point of their life.
Right.
That's having sense and being like, so there's nothing wrong with engaging these people because we all need engagement.
Absolutely.
We all need understanding, and you might could figure something out. It might be one little loophole, that's one little thing that's missing from this person being on their way back to being King Mark.
I'm about to go like last time. Listen, man, it's a hard story. Like I said, one day that's what I was saying. I'm working on this documentary, bro, because I really want to tell my story, bro. Like I really want to tell my story. And again, I'm still learning. I still have so many faults. I mean, so many faults, bro. I promise you, as a father, as a husband, as a man, I got so many things I'm still working on. But again, I realize that it's every day. Every day I have a chance to wake up. I have a chance to do better. I have a chance to learn. I have the chance to do something. You know what I'm saying? But I met a guy that was homeless. And I was giving out groceries at Love Park. My man, you know, I was with my man Sonny Kodo. He's a boxer. You know, professional boxer. We was down there with him, and we was giving out, giving out food. And I met a doctor, bro, that was homeless. Like he lost his job, lost his wife, and everything. But he's a medical doctor. He has a degree. Yeah,
and they didn't take his practice from him. He just doesn't have anything going on.
Yeah. Like he lost his job though. Don't get me wrong, he's not working.
But he's still a doctor.
He's a doctor.
He's still a doctor, right?
He just lives on the street. Like so, if he gets cleaned up, he can go back to working in medicine. See what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, like it just wasn't when that happened. I was like, yo, and then that was like maybe I'll say like 2-3 months after I got out of being homeless. I got myself together, and so when I saw that, I was like, yo, okay, this is my mission. This is my purpose in life. I know what my purpose is.
Remember them old heads used to talk about that kitty? You gotta have a little kitty, little couple hours in the tuck.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, that rainy day purse.
The rainy day mercy. Yeah, you need
because that motherfucking it's gonna rain.
It's gonna rain, bro.
Like rain.
It's gonna rain.
We don't live nowhere where it don't rain. It's gonna rain,
bro. It's gonna rain.
And that's just one of them things. It's like, man, and I always tell people, a lot of times we get in these situations, especially young black males,
right,
where you get the rolling. You got the one gig, 19, 20 years old. You got one gig paying you 40 plus commission. You got another gig where you make another 20 on top of that. You had a cool 70, 80 a year.
Right.
And all you got is you.
Yeah.
Rolling.
You rolling.
You got the charger or whatever. You good.
Talk about it. I was that boy. I was that right. Talk about it. Right.
But what I tell niggas is, if you couldn't afford the charger off the one job, don't get it.
Speak on it.
You see what I'm saying?
Speak on it.
Because keeping both of them motherfuckers, especially the way that we like to carry shit, or we like to be the first one in the office to say, I don't need this fucking job.
Right. Knowing goddamn well you need all this job,
because
bro.
you done signed it off on all type of payments for the fucking next 5 years.
You need this job.
You got a lease lease, mortgage, whatever the fuck. You got car notes. You got chicks. You got a lifestyle.
Bro.
You doing things that where you're using every bit of that money.
Right.
You wind up, and I asked my young boy one time, because he was like that. He was making like 50 or so, maybe 60. And he said, I'm about to get this other job that's going to put another what's the name on top of that. And then as soon as I start there, I'm going to move. I'm going to trade this in. I'm going to get the what's the name. And I'm like, hold up. How much did you save last year? I don't know if it's true or not. He said something like 5-7 grand. I said, so with an extra 25, you talking about bringing it home, 25. You should be able to triple what you saved last year. You don't have anything else except for what you're putting on your plate right now while you're talking to me.
Facts.
You could have the same bills.
Right.
and tuck and live a little better.
Right?
You know, buy a new TV. You know, spend a couple grand enjoying yourself. Maybe pace it out. Go to a couple parties along the way, and make sure that you're not playing yourself while you're doing it.
Right.
But you should be able to tuck double or triple what you did last year. But you're about to save just as much or less than you did with 2/3 of what you're talking about.
Dog.
You see what I'm saying?
Dog.
That's not what niggas do.
Yo, no, look,
That's the first thing we do.
dog. Listen, I'm saying that. Look, the reason why I'm adjusting like this and I'm moving like this because number one, I live that life. Number one. So, and we just had this conversation. I just had this conversation with my son, bro. I swear to God, me and my son, we have boss talk. That's what I like to call it. We gotta have boss talk, bro. My son 14. You met my son actually.
We gonna boss up together,
right?
And then you gonna have a by myself meeting,
right. So you met him though. So he already invested in stock.
He's solid. Yeah.
He invested in the stock market. He got Nike stock. He got actually GameStop. Shout out to GameStop.
He just bubbled last week.
We all just in my household bubbled last week.
Talk to me gorgeous.
Thank you, GameStop. But again, so we had boss talk. And I'm telling him, I said, bro, listen. I said, so we were talking about. He was like, yo. We were talking about so many things, but he got on the subject of why do I have to dress up to go in certain meetings? You know what I'm saying? Why I got to dress to go in certain meetings? And I said, yo, you don't have to.
And we understand that argument.
I told him that.
You felt that way before.
Yo, bro.
We understand
so
that. We're not that far removed.
And I told him that. I said, bro, listen to me. I feel your pain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I argued with his mom about this for years, bro. Like, she's like, you gotta do this. I'm not putting on no fucking shirt and tie. I'm not doing that.
You gotta dress for what you
I'm dressed for success and all this other bullshit, all the cliches and all that. But guess what? I'm here to
reality of the certain.
But I gotta say, but I'm here to tell you, young guys, young kings and queens and all the above. Yo, listen, you have to dress for success. Like I told my son, you don't have to put a shirt and tie on. You ain't gotta do that. But you cannot come in there with a hoodie on, some sweatpants, your shit sagging.
Mind you, they got options. Sharp mean a lot of different shit nowadays, man.
And that's what I'm trying to explain to him.
Pick your look.
I said, no, you can come in there with a polo on, it's some Ferragamos or whatever the fuck you try.
However you want to carry it, just don't carry it like you would have carried it
in the street
outside the basketball court.
We're not doing that. We're not doing it. And I watched an interview with 50 Cent one time, right? So 50 Cent was looking for a business partner. I don't know what business it was. But he was saying, listen, so he was interviewing different people and everybody was coming into this place and he was watching. And I do this. Me personally, I do this. And it is what it is. It's my judgment. So number one, I look at your sneakers or your shoe game.
Your shoes.
I look at your shoe game. I look at your teeth.
That's how women look at you. They look at your feet and your teeth.
And I look at your clothes. If you don't iron your clothes,
you ain't take no pride in your shit.
You
just rolled out of bed.
I can't hire you because that means you're not going to take the time on my project.
Oh, please believe you're responsible for my shit.
See what I'm saying?
You ain't representing your shit.
Right. So that's what 50 Cent was saying. He said he didn't hire this guy because the guy didn't have a Ringo shirt on. He just rolled out of bed. And he said, guess what? His presentation was the shit. He said it was the shit. But I couldn't, you didn't take the time.
There's still something in my head.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, don't look right.
Right. So I was spending time explaining to my son that. I said, listen, so you have to do that. And I broke it down to him. My son's a baller. He plays basketball. I said, okay, so let's just say 4 years from now, we about to go to the NBA draft, right? And a guy with a hoodie on. And some sagging pants come up to you and say, yo, what up, my nigga? Yeah, I'm your manager. I'm your new agent. What's good?
And you gonna send him to talk to them?
Right, wait. Or another guy come up, and I'm gonna say he's black, because just to say he's black. I ain't gonna say white, black. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it black, right. Yeah. He's black. He come up with a polo tucked in his jeans. You know what I'm saying? He got some whatever shoes you want to call it, whatever
look cool.
Or sneaker shoes or whatever the fuck y'all like, Pradas or whatever y'all like. Whatever,
something that's upscale, respectable.
Right. He got those on. Or some Louis Vuitton loafers, whatever. Come up to you. What's going on, Mr. Fordham? I'm your new manager.
Oh, you talking about LeBron, homeboy?
But that's I was thinking that in my head when I said this to him. So guess what I said? So you tell me who you gonna go with. Since you asking me why do we have to dress a certain way? He said, I'm gonna go with the boy with the polo shoot. I said, why? He said, because he looks more professional.
Well, guess what? You gonna walk into all these rooms against people that dress harder than you, whatever. So you gonna have to have a good presentation and at least meet a standard of dress.
That's what I was trying to explain to him. So he said, well, I don't understand why. And I said, I didn't understand why either. And guess what? But then when it was time for me to cut these checks, I started understanding why.
Because who I'm gonna cut them to?
You feel what I'm saying?
And then it's the twist. Like my dad gave me an example. My dad was like, on air Bill Cosby when it came to shit. He just would give you examples of shit that just you couldn't fight it.
Right.
So one day my dad said, "All right, it's a picture of a boy.
Mm-hmm.
He got this. What's missing? Because I ain't like to wear belts."
See, me too. We go in the same era though, so that's the why.
I said glasses. I'm trying to be smart.
Right.
He like, whatever. All right, glasses. What else is missing? Only thing missing is a belt.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you got belt loops. They ain't got a belt. And I'm a child, but
Mm-hmm.
it made sense. And I wear belts every time I put on jeans. You know what I'm saying? And not because it's a fucking skull or some shit on it, because it holds my fucking pants up.
You know what I'm saying?
And if you fly, it's another accessory. Not that it's to be seen, but once in a while you might put your arm up and somebody gonna catch a glimpse of what?
Ooh, your belt, bro. And not only that,
It's
though,
like a watch. Like you might see, you might not.
That's I'm trying to explain my son. That's the difference between being a fly person, you being a gentleman, a gangster, and that's I want to change the word gangster. I want to change that so much because when I grew up, the gangster was the like the flyest, the most respectable person in the neighborhood.
That's why we practice fly shit.
But it's a difference between being a gangster and a thug. And I tell people that a thug don't give a fuck. A gangster got shit to lose. Like back in the day, the gangsters back in my neighborhood, they ran all the number spots, they had all the bars, they had all the real estate, they had this and that they had order. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't allowed to cut up nowhere around there.
Right.
And if somebody had to bury somebody, they was there.
They was paying for that.
You know what I mean?
They
all
was the
of that
fly
type of
boys.
shit. But that's the fly shit that motherfuckers do. And that's what I never was nobody high up in the streets.
Right.
But when I knew I was running around doing bad, I made sure that I spoke to all the old heads. I helped motherfucking ladies with their bags.
Same
I
with
did
me.
all of that because at the end of the day, when it come down to it, if something get weird and they don't like me, I'd rather them tell me than call the cops.
Facts.
I'd rather them say, you know what?
Facts.
I know what you're doing, and I don't want you to get in trouble,
had
but
that
you can't do
conversation.
that right
Listen, bro, I had that conversation, and I'm going to just shout out her name. Thank you, Miss Mary.
here.
I had that conversation with Miss Mary. Miss Mary said, bro, I know what you're doing. Right? I know what you're doing.
They always know. They done seen it a million times.
But you got to straighten up. Because that ain't, she told me, that ain't how your mama and your daddy raised you. I grew up in a 2-parent home. I ain't even going to lie.
Me too.
That ain't how your mama and daddy raised you.
Me too.
You see what I'm saying? The streets called my name, though. And I came to answer that shit.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
I got this thing
Get
about
real.
kids. Like when you're a kid below a certain age, I think a lot of the times the ones that's bad are just smart as shit.
Facts.
Like they just
I was bored.
they're figuring shit out or they're bored.
I
It's
was
like
bored as
they're
shit,
trying
bro.
to do shit that you don't really think they should be getting into, but they're onto that.
I'm telling you, the main reason why I got in trouble a lot of time because I was bored. My nigga, like I was. Even to this day, I tell my sons all the time, nigga, I know a lot of people out here, y'all strategizing, y'all doing this, y'all doing that, but y'all, and I'm trying to say this in the most humblest way, bro.
Go ahead.
Like I really am. I ain't trying to draw. I'm drinking.
Well, you already said you being humble, so go ahead and say it.
All right, well, look, like y'all playing checkers, I'm playing chess. Like I'm like 5 steps ahead of y'all. I know what I'm doing.
There's nothing wrong with that, though.
Like,
Nothing wrong with that.
And again, a lot of times, like, you know how, and then again, I take this back to the old days, like, you know what I mean? Like I used to watch how people used to move work in the streets. Like, okay, you get working, you go out there for 5 days straight, and you flood the whole block for 5 days, 7 straight, and then you run out of merch. You done. You out of here. You done. You figured it out. It's like a firecracker. Pow, it's gone. I'm consistent. I ain't never gonna stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference, though. You see me? That shit, bro. Like me and my girl, we had a conversation like that too, and I was like, babe, like we had to point now. We can have this. We have dialogue,
Right?
as she called it, dialogue. You know what I'm saying? We're not arguing. You say your piece, I say my
Beautiful
piece.
space to be in.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it. Like I'm like, baby, wow, thank you. But I ain't gonna front. It was a movie we watched, and after that movie we watched, it changed our lives. It was a lesbian couple, but they were like, and I was like, babe, why can't we have conversation like that? Why can't we do stuff like that?
And that was an example that was tangible.
And she was like,
That makes sense.
and yeah. And ever since that day, it was like, that's what we're gonna do from now on. Like instead of arguing and fighting, you tell me how you feel. I shut the fuck up. I listen, not prejudging. I'm gonna listen to everything you're saying.
Not listen to, respond.
Right. And
Figure
then
out
I'm
my
gonna process
response
this
when
shit.
you're done. Right.
Right. And then I'm gonna come back. It may take me a while. It may take me an hour or a day or two to come back and say, hey, I was thinking. All right, now I get what you were saying. My bad. I was being a dick. You know what I'm saying?
But as opposed to me just reacting and already shutting it down in the forefront.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? But let's get back to
Yeah,
that.
let's get back to that.
So
Maybe
no,
we're talking about basketball.
yeah. So like I relate a lot of shit to basketball because I basically been this hype my whole life, bro. Like by 6th grade, I was 5'10", 6'1" now.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like I never played ball. Everybody else did. But I started hanging with niggas that was hooping. I didn't know none of my calls. I'm like 12.
Right.
Everybody else know they calls. They done played on leagues and all of that shit. But I loved the game. And I spent all my time trying to figure it the fuck out. I woke up early in the morning and went to the track and then went to the court and worked out.
You get the same
and
fucking story.
did those kind of things to
I was
where
late to ball, yeah.
I wound up being amongst the elite in my age group as far because we, you know, I'm from uptown. Niggas be nice. Like
I'm
if
from
Philly,
North, so
Philly ain't really got too many slouches. Like if you a guard, you going up against dope guards every day.
Guards every day.
Every day. And that's
remember,
Philly in general.
Do you remember
Real
the boy
rap.
Mustafa Shakur?
Yeah, I remember Style. 10th and Island legend. But,
Yeah, see, he know what I'm talking about,
but you
right?
know, Brent Welton is my man.
Brent Walton.
Yeah, Brent.
Brent
Uncut-
Grimes is my homie
Uncut Coke. Oh,
Yeah.
Brent Grimes.
Northeast High
Grimes is
School.
mean.
Shout out Northeast High School, baby.
We went to the chip. We was at the chip game. That was the year my godbrother died. We all wore his t-shirt to the chip game when Brent was in the chip at the temple at the Pullupistrill.
Yeah.
I mean not the Pullupistrill temple.
It was
The John on Broad Street.
I know you're talking about the lead. I know you're talking about.
What they call it? They changed the name.
Yeah,
Lead
yeah.
Chorus.
But I know
Chorus
you're
Center.
talking. Yeah, lead chorus.
Yeah, we was there for that because all my folks went to Northeast.
Yeah, I
You
went
know what I'm
too.
saying? So like I had a lot of niggas in the East.
2001, my class.
Then you know a lot of my people.
Shout out Northeast.
But like what I realized was like just going hard and doing shit that I assumed other people wasn't doing.
Right.
It got me. I made a lot of progress in a short amount of time. So everything I do, I treat it like hooping.
Right.
So when I was hustling, I treated it like hooping.
Same.
When you know what I mean? When I'm heavy in my grind mode with the music, I treat it like hooping.
right.
Like I'm locking in. I'm not getting dressed up. We gonna sweat. We gonna burn holes and shit. Like I'm in here to work.
Era, bro.
You know what I mean? Like I don't believe in a comfortable mic booth. If I ran a studio, my booth would either be hot or cold.
I don't believe in a comfortable workspace.
You see what I'm saying? Like
That's
I don't,
just me.
But because my thing is, when you go in the booth, get your shit done and get the fuck out of there so we can do some more shit.
Right.
Come back out here, let's do some more shit.
Right.
I'm not gonna have you and that's where you chilling at. No. When you go in there, oh, it's hot. Take your shirt off, finish the verse.
And get the fuck out of here.
Then we come out here, it's AC.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just how I think because like we was trained like that.
Right.
Just as athletes, as people, just our environment makes you like that where you have to be dialed all the way into what you do. So I always treated shit on some hooping shit. So when I got into this, it was the same thing. It was like, well, if this is what I'm doing, then I'm doing it. And I can't be the weakest motherfucker out here. My advantage was that I naturally knew how to have conversations and I had a pretty decent personality and I am who I am before I get here.
Right.
But it's a lot of ins and outs and a lot of things you got to learn. So I study the shit. I watch the dopest people give interviews. I you know what I mean? I watch the best podcasts. I listen to motherfuckers that don't even talk or think like me constantly to figure shit out. Like I saw something that relates to what you were saying the other day when a gentleman said, he was a former NFL player, and he said, since my kids was 4 and 5, when I went and talked to my accountant, and he started talking about their money or their, you know, the percentage that would go to them, I told him, don't talk to me, talk to them. Explain it to them. In a way that they're going to pick it up. He said they don't have allowance. We talk about their fund. He said they understand this language already. He said, so from 5 to 7, my son says, well, Dad, I want a Lamborghini. He said, well, he got all these little four-wheelers and little Jeeps and, you know, cars. He's like, well, we'll try to find you a Lambo. He said, no, I want a real one.
Right.
He said, all right, so tomorrow we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about how you're going to start a company. And by the time you're 12, you'll be able to buy it.
Right.
You can start these conversations early as hell. Shout out to Paulie Baby. She always speaks to how you could do things for your kids at a young age that had them right, at least credit-wise in business or whatever.
I was about to say that.
On, and she makes good points to that. This is one of those
Paulie
things.
Baby?
Paulie Baby.
This is one of that's her IG name?
Yeah.
I'm following.
Absolutely. And this is just one of those things where it's like people tell their kids that all they understand is goo goo gaga. When there's somebody else down the block whose child learns 3 languages before they get in the fucking 1st grade.
That's why my wife never allowed that shit in my house.
Oh no, I don't baby talk to babies.
You cannot go.
I don't
Hey,
baby
look at
talk.
you, baby. My wife be like, "What are you doing?" She'll stop you right in the middle. Like,
What are they
no,
learning?
what's that?
What are they getting out of
What
that?
are we doing?
We're
Like,
trying to teach them how to talk.
to talk. Like, that's not talking. You know
Then
what I'm
you
saying?
wonder why they come out sounding like a cartoon.
Right. But the crazy thing you said that though about teaching your kids about business, because me and my son, my 14-year-old, we having a conversation and he was asking me just different things, and I was like, yo, like because I don't want to give too much away about what I'm about to do because I ain't really, I'm in the process of doing it. But he was just like, yo, how could, Dad, like seriously, how could you afford a Wraith? And I was like, I can afford a Wraith right now. And he was like, no, you can't. I was like, yeah. And I tried to explain it to him, like, and literally at this moment, I cannot. I'm gonna put that out there. I cannot at this moment. Right. But in the next X amount of time, I will be able to.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Understanding credit.
But the reason I'm sorry.
Understanding credit is a part of that too.
Yes, and that's where I was going with it. You know what I'm saying? That's where I was going.
You could afford if your numbers right.
That's where I was going with it too. And I was explaining to him. I said, bro, like it took me a long time to get to my credit to where it's at, and I preach that right now. Financial literacy. Like my last post was about stocks. I'm like, yo, listen, like I just got into stock like not too long ago. My 19-year-old son really got me into stock. You know what I'm saying? Like my young boy was because he's in Villanova right now for business finance. And I'm like, yo, like he come home telling me
talking heavy.
Yeah.
Talking heavy.
Yeah. And I'm like, what?
But he in them conversations, he in them rooms,
right,
bro.
And then my other son is in Arcadia for creative writing. So he's experienced. He went to Italy and Rome, and he went to like all different places. So he came back and he's telling me all different things. So it's like,
you know how much a nigga learned when he used to go to Georgia during the summer and he could talk to the hood like, yo, I done seen so much. Imagine what your kids done seen, like, you know what I mean, like from where we come from, but like just being able to see the other side of the family.
That was
something crazy, eye-opening.
That was my purpose to do that, to make sure that he go to Rome and Italy and England
heavy.
And all that. I made sure that he was able to do this.
Superhero.
My wife, though, I'm not gonna lie, she forced my hand. I'm like, yo, I'm paying how much?
But she know the play though.
But I understand.
She can figure out the play, then that's all. That's most of it. You gotta pull your end.
Right, yep. I understand that. But go back to what I was saying. So me and my son was having a conversation about affording a Wraith and affording all these houses and cars, like whatever it may be. And I was like, bro, listen. So the only way is the real reason you see all these people driving these cars nowadays is because they understand finance. I said, so I'm gonna give a little game away right now, right? So let's say you buy a car, you go to Danny's Auto. Shout out Danny Auto, right?
It's funny you said Danny.
Right. I know because you're Barstool, right? Listen, no, I know the play. No, I ain't stupid. Right. Shout out Danny Auto. So say you go there, right, and you buy a car, right? You know what I mean? You get a car from them, and your car note is like $300 a month, right? Bang, cool. So what you could do, and this is free. I'm not gonna say game because I don't want to step on gilly toes, but this is jewels, right? So this is some jewels, right? So say you buy a car, not buy a car, you got a car from Danny's Auto for $300 a month, right? So bang, you can rent that same car out. You're not driving that car, guys and ladies and gentlemen. You rent that same car out to somebody that's door dashing for $150 a month. $150 a week. $150 a week for 6 hours. Right? They got 6 hours and you can make $150. They don't pay for gas, anything like that. Right? 6 hours. Bang. Then you find somebody else to do the same thing. Guess what? That's paying that car note. Right? Bang. Now, what you do is you find a small business that says, yo, I'm willing to, you say, are you willing to do promotions? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'll put the name of your business and your contact number on the side of my car. Yep. For 12 hours a day, this car is riding around the city and all over the place. You can guarantee know
this play. Yeah. It's a good one.
It's a good play.
It's a
good play, right? But
even without the person driving for you, with the person driving for you, it's just a bonus.
But I'm just simply saying
because you did right.
Because I don't want to drive a car around all day long. I just don't want to do that. That's me.
And you talking about a stack of money off
and
that shit.
On top of that too, we're providing opportunities to somebody that have a driver license that don't have a car. See what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So we do that. Bang. Now you making like that the money that you going back to what I'm saying. You charge a promotion to small business $300 to put the name on the side of their car a month, and then you charge that's one side. Yeah, the other side you put another side. That's $600 a month.
Now,
bang.
There's an insurance aspect that comes into play though. When you got these people driving your car.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
And I mean. Insurance and maintenance,
right,
become the overhead.
You take care of that though.
We gotta point that out too.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, with any business though, you're gonna have overhead.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
with any business,
it's not cut and dry. As in, all of that becomes profit.
I'm talking to bosses, so bosses understand this language that I'm talking. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta do the whole thing
because, and the reason why I'm saying
people think that it's like being a fake landlord.
Right.
And it's not that.
It's not that. You're not being a slumlord. Right, you got to take care of your business. The car get a flat tire. The car need gas in it. The car needs a tune-up. The car needs oil change. That's all on you. That's your expenses. If you're making money, you have the expenses. Right. I'm talking to bosses. Bosses understand boss talk.
No, I
That's
just
why
want to
said-
be clear.
No, and I get you,
There's
bro.
other motherfuckers listening too.
I get you, bro. I get you, bro. But listen,
I
and the
hope
same-
everybody on here boss, but I
and the
doubt it.
same, and the same token though, the reason why I say I'm talking boss talk because I know I'm telling you this game, and a lot of people listen, you ain't gonna do it
It's gonna
anyway.
go over their head.
So it ain't, it don't even matter.
Don't even
So,
matter to them.
yeah.
You're right.
But again, I'm talking boss talk.
And you know what? We got to stop giving disclaimers for the ignorance. Sometimes we just got to keep talking.
I don't do that. I told my wife this morning that I'm not doing that in 21. 21, you ask me a question, I'm giving you a direct answer, whether you like it or not, because I don't have time to waste.
I'm not
being rude.
disclaimers. And one of the disclaimers I'm not doing is I'm no longer saying every time I talk about bad cops, I'm not acknowledging good cops.
Yeah.
They got to earn that a little harder for me. Like, and at the same time, it ain't even about earning it. It's about, I'm talking about who I'm talking about. A hit dog hollers. So if I ain't talking about you, you know it exists. If you don't know it exists, then you one of them.
I like that.
You see what I'm saying?
Hit
So
dog
that,
hollers. I
that
like
gets
that.
crazy to me. So
I'm
it's like,
using that.
it's that. And I've been preaching to our people since the pandemic started. Like, as black men and women, we need to realize it's okay to not be okay. We've never been in a position in society when there's been okay to not be okay. And we need to take that shit back.
Right.
Because it's fine for them to not be okay.
Right.
You bird watching and the bitch feel like a motherfucking life in danger.
Right.
And she's not okay.
Hey, she's not okay.
And she's letting everybody
Like,
know
nobody.
she's not okay.
Absolutely. Speak on it, bro. Speak on it, bro.
So, like,
speak on it.
You've been vulnerable. You talk about times where you haven't had it all figured out.
For sure.
You talk about times where you was in limbo and shit like that. It's okay to not be okay. You know why? Because there's somebody that could tell you 2 years ago they was worse off than you are or right where you was at.
Man,
Which means that you can do that shit too.
Absolutely.
Because we all have a path, and every assignment that's given to us, because we don't choose our life. We make decisions to try to maintain the best portion of it we can get.
Absolutely.
But this shit is driven by whatever is driven by. The energy's there before we know it.
Facts.
But you go through it for a fucking reason.
Facts.
Find your reason. Don't let it be your defeat. You know what I mean?
That's deep.
Don't let it be your defeat.
No, that's deep, bro.
It's real shit because, you know, one thing, I had a homegirl that was going through something crazy. She was stressed out and she was in a position where she felt like she didn't have any control. And that's scary for people, especially for people that move and organize and dictate. And one thing that I told her was that she wasn't wrong for how she felt. But while she's feeling that, she needs to realize that she feels that way because she's in the middle of it. Figuring it out might only take a couple days or a week.
I get that.
But you feel how you feel because you're in the middle of it. And if you lean on how you feel in the middle of it, you won't get through it the best way possible.
Yeah, because
you have to identify, like,
you can't
own
see,
it.
You can't see
like,
clearly.
No, I feel like shit. I feel like I feel like a fucking nut.
I feel fucked up right now. Today.
That's cool.
Today and today.
But realize that you have to put that. Once you say that, that has to go over here, and you have to figure out how to get through this shit rationally. Rationally. Because we can all just wild out and make ourselves feel better immediately.
Right.
But you only feel that way because you're in the middle. 3 months from now, you will look back at that situation and be like, that shit wasn't even that deep.
Temporary fix, bro. I've lived
it. Wasn't even that deep.
Yeah.
Niggas spent 15 years for 15 minutes of fucking 15 seconds.
That's
a while
another thing I tell my sons. I'll be like, yo, 3 seconds of your life can change the whole entire. And like, yo, I'm about to. They're like, yo,
don't
you about
take long to pull off or pull the trigger.
You about to be about, yo, you about to like, you like my therapist. I'm opening up a lot on this show. So like, yo, I was facing 15 years, like, you know what I mean, a couple of years back in May. I think 04.
15 was accurate. I'm good.
15 fucking years in 04. I was facing 15 years in 04 for 3 seconds. That I could have just if I just
something else.
Yeah, if I just made a different decision, bro, it would have been a whole lot different. You know what I'm saying? So I preach that to my sons, bro.
I've been blessed and lucky. I've been in a lot of situations where it wasn't there yet.
Right.
We got out of there.
Right.
Whatever have you. You know what I mean? I've been in situations where I wasn't supposed to get out of there somehow.
Right.
Like whatever. Like. But it don't take long. And a lot of the times when you figure out where them situations started from, it was an impulsive decision.
No. So speaking about impulsive decisions
as black,
I was just about to, you read my mind. I swear to God, this boy read my mind. I was like,
I was
just about to say, as black men, we gotta check our pride.
Because that's all you have though as a black man when you in the hood.
But that's
all you have is your pride. You don't own anything. You don't know where you come from.
That's true.
You don't know what you're capable of unless you're educated on that.
Yeah.
And
Unless
that's
you
why we
shown
have
a different
to
way.
feed those pipelines.
Yeah.
We have to give self-awareness to these motherfuckers because all you own is your pride.
Respect,
the
right?
only thing you could say is, ain't nobody fucking with me.
You
can't say
that was like my main line.
You can't say I gotta stay out here
with me.
because I gotta protect this business, and if I go to jail, I'm gonna lose my business.
my whole business, right?
You ain't got that.
You ain't got that. Is your name and
you got
and
what happens
about
between
you.
here and the basketball court.
Facts.
And most niggas don't leave their hood.
Yo, I know people today. I'm 38. I'll be 38, right? I keep saying that because I'm proud of that. I'm sorry. It is what it is, right? But look, real rap. But I got people today, like you said, that haven't left a 5-block radius.
You know,
they're like 40.
You know why every
older
hood
than
got
that.
an Av?
Yeah.
So niggas ain't got to.
Right, that's fucked up. That's so
you go to one block, get
It's so
everything
fucked
from your
up.
clothes to your food to your liquor,
so
and go
fucked
the fuck back home.
It's so fucked up, bro. But it's like it's fucked
It's
up.
not a nice mall. It's not a decent plaza. It's an
no.
Av in every hood.
But and the same thing. So like when the whole Fair Entertainment went down to LA. I mean not LA. Jeez, we going to LA soon. By the way, just to throw that out there. But just went to ATL. I had a conversation with everybody. Like, yo, even though I didn't have to have a conversation with everybody, I just want to make sure that we had a conversation. I said, bro, yo, leave all that Philly mentality in Philly.
Please, yo.
Like, leave all that shit in Philly.
And they smell it on us. And it feels bad.
It
feels bad. It feels bad when you recognize it, but it feels bad to them when they feel it because they're not giving you that.
Yeah, not at all. Because as soon as you come on the plane, everybody's like, hello, how you doing? What's going on? See what I'm saying?
I'll give you one. I was in college. Freshman year, I'm in Baltimore. It's PG, DC, New York, heavy as hell. Philly, pretty decent. You know what I mean? And then there's everything. You got Cali, Texas. It's college. But
it's the mixing pot.
I used to play spades all the time because I didn't get money from my people.
Right.
So I used to like ass bet and gamble in spades all the time, and we was betting real money.
Right.
So I'm the type to wake you up 2:00 in the morning like, yo, I got these niggas in the lobby. Just play with me. I give you $100.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we was doing that. And I'm playing with dudes from different places. And they like, yo, I want to keep it real, yo. I ain't fuck with you. And it's somebody that you like, before we started playing cards and hang like this, why would you not fuck? I ain't know you.
Because where you from?
And they like, no, because you used to walk around mugging.
Where you from?
And I'm like, mugging? The fuck do mugging mean? And they like, because mugging, I'm thinking like, ski mask. I don't know. Like this is 01.
Yeah.
They like, no, like me and mugging, like ice grilling.
Right.
And I knew what ice grilling meant.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't ice grill niggas because it's nothing tough about me. Like I don't walk around like.
But that's
on
Philly,
that time
Philly nature though.
And they like, no, like I didn't. Basically what they were saying was I didn't have an inviting look. If you want to break it down to like fundamentals, I didn't have an inviting look. I looked like I was against engaging.
Right.
My response was, I ain't fucking know you.
right.
Cause that's that Philly shit.
That's that Philly shit. Right.
Like, nigga, what the fuck is you looking at?
Right.
Do you know me?
Right.
Like that kind of shit. Like we're from that. Like
Right.
I know a lady that moved from Georgia to Philly, got on the subway and got cussed out by some lady and had no idea why she got cussed out. Cause the lady stopped fucking looking at me. And she was an older lady just on her route. Like,
on her route.
But she's not from an environment where it's that deep.
Right.
They're not neither.
Right.
And they from New York, DC. These motherfuckers from real places.
Right.
But it's not that
It's
deep.
not that same,
And they're
bro.
from environments where you a black man. I'm a black man. We're on a black campus. Nigga, I had to check myself. I had to get off my Philly shit. You know how many homies, you know how many times, like, my peoples couldn't take me back to school right before school started. So I would have to go back a couple weeks ahead of time. I call my PG niggas. They come get me. I'm out there for a week. On them.
Right.
Having a ball.
Right.
Trusting them. They making sure I'm good. Right. Things like.
Right.
But these are the same niggas that my Philly mentality say, don't even nod to that nigga.
But here's the thing about that, right? So here's the thing about that, though. You block a lot of blessings being a Philly.
Having that
hardcore
mentality,
Philly.
bro.
I mean, hardcore Philly. And the
Our chicks is like that, though.
Oh, obviously, right? So listen, so this is another thing, right? So, and I just want to say this to young people that's listening, that's out there, even the guys at my age that's moving in this industry and doing things and you traveling, right? 'Cause again, I like to travel, bro. I like to
I love
different. I like to
Travel
go to
is
different
the
places.
thing.
Like again, my wife booked a flight for me for my birthday. My birthday February 13th. I don't know where the fuck we're going, but she booked a flight and we're going somewhere. Right?
Valentine's baby.
Yeah, I am. I got a good heart. I'm gonna be honest. I got a good heart, right?
This is why I love this guy.
So this is why a lot of things my wife always tell me like, yo, the streets ain't good for you because your heart is not.
you not like that.
Yeah, she like
like
kept it a bean with me, right? She kept it a bean.
And once you do some shit like they do, you ain't gonna like it.
Well, we'll talk about all that. But yeah. So anyway, so what I was saying was, when you traveling, bro, every time I step foot on that hall to walk into the plane, I tell myself, leave that Philly shit in Philadelphia.
And you should tell yourself that too. You don't have to.
I tell myself this every fucking time.
But that's
because
being conscious of what you put out there.
And not only that though, right? So
that's man shit. That's being a grown man.
But not only that though, right? So even when I wake up in the morning and I'm in my house, I say, leave that thug mentality in the house. Don't take that shit outside because again, what you put off is what you get back. So if I keep putting out love, I want to get love back, bro. You
I
see what I'm
said
saying?
something to somebody a couple weeks ago that it kind of just came out. I really ain't realized it till I said it, but it was like, y'all don't realize I changed my name to do this shit. I am not the same person.
You know what my name was before this?
What?
Dimes.
See? I don't run by my street name. Now, part of one of my street names is incorporated in one of my show names, but that's because all of my nicknames came organically. I never named myself.
Right.
Nothing. So it's like they always made a play on Roog. When I was recording niggas, I was Pro Tools Roog. When you know what I mean? So at a certain point in my life, I became Barstool Roog. Same time that my man called me Sam Malone. Like, you like, you always in somebody's bar. Fuck you think you Sam Malone?
That's where that came from. I like that.
Bro, I am Barstool. Like, I'm gonna keep it G.
Right.
Like, you know how a lot of niggas like pick up personas? Like, no. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I can tell you where we at that got the play on the drinks. I know the bartenders. It's all love. It's in somebody else's hood that niggas say we shouldn't be in. Right. And we good.
Right.
And this was like for years, like to the point where, shout out my man Dell, Chasing Checks, is the imprint. But we was in the $2 Wednesdays one night. And we in there having it. Like, we in there so much. The Grand Marnier, the cognac, all that $2. The shit that ain't $2 is $2.
Right. So
we making French Connections $6 a drum, buying everybody.
Right.
Bitches.
It,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we having a ball.
Yeah, we in there.
And he like, bro, you
I love those
in the
kind of
bar
nights.
6 days a week. He said, you know you could buy a bottle and go to the studio and still spend the same amount of money, right?
Facts.
And on some real shit, bro, even though I probably knew that, having somebody check me that way, like, dog, pay attention to what you doing. You ain't in the booth, but you in all the bars. So why won't you at least make time to do the booth? Spend some of that bread in the booth, get a bottle cheaper than these shots, go to the booth.
Right.
It changed how I started moving.
Facts.
But I was Barstool. Like, I still am. I still go in them places. It is what it is. But it's like, I stopped spending as much time there.
Facts.
So when my niggas was talking to me and making jokes, that's where a lot of the nicknames came from because they saw the same thing he saw.
Right.
Like, nigga, you in there every day.
Yeah.
But what they didn't realize, like, and this is something I'll give up, me frequenting so many bars came from when I was hustling hard. Because when you be by yourself or the weather bad or the hood is hot,
you already know.
I would just go sit in the bar.
That was me.
And I would chill. I get a drink. And real niggas could meet me there and smoke whatever. Had to wait.
I don't think people understand. I've tried to tell my son that
especially
too.
uptown.
See, I was down north. I'm a North Philly dude. Right?
But y'all got the best. Y'all got bars on corners everywhere.
I was just about to say that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm the kind of dude that I'm good in everybody's neighborhood. So I float.
Because you don't go through with animosity.
Right. I float in everybody's neighborhood. I'm good I'm good from North Philly to South Philly to uptown to whatever.
I draw a lot of attention, so I get into shit.
I'm good in Jersey. I'm good in all over the place. So it's like, but at the time when I was really moving, I would just wherever I was at.
That's where I'm going.
That's
chill
where the party was at, and everybody that was in that area was like, "Oh, that's just Dimes. He cool. Don't worry about him." And you know why? Because I was in the same way I am now. I was back then. If I come into your town, and I tell my son this, if I come into your house, because I say your house, I'm gonna respect your house. You see what I'm
145?
saying? 145. All right. I'm gonna respect your house. I'm gonna make sure that I bless you.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So if I know that this is your territory, we do da 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 da. I'm gonna make sure I bless you before I leave.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So everybody was always cool with me.
No, but that's wise.
Right. And I just translate all that to the business that I'm doing today. See what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. It's like, it's not that I'm a different person than I was then, because a lot of this was already me. I'm just applying it in a different way without having to deal with so much of the bullshit while I'm doing it.
Intentions are different, bro.
And it's like, yeah, my goals are different.
Mm-hmm.
But and during those times, if you're not focused on your goals, then you're bait. Because I never was in it forever.
Me either.
Never was in it forever.
Me either.
And it always came to a point where everybody they guesstimate your worth.
For real shit, right?
And I always got over guesstimated. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like
See
weird,
me, I always
bro.
got underestimated. But
No, and that's
I like
the thing,
that too, though.
because I never I don't do rims. I don't do jewelry like that. None of that shit.
I don't do rims jewelry either. Yeah.
But
I don't do flashy cars. I think that's stupid.
it's like certain, like I always tell young boys that like it's not about all of that. If all the dudes with the jewelry and the rims and all that, you walk in a bar with your motherfucking pajamas on and everybody in there want to motherfucking salute you and show you love, every woman in the room knows how to read that.
I was just about to say that, yeah. Right.
Because they've dealt with broke niggas that dress up, rich niggas that dress bummy and they've dealt with every type of nigga. They know what status is.
Right. And that's important.
They know what a real one is.
That's important to me.
They like everybody they respects him. Who the fuck is he?
Mm-hmm.
That has nothing to do with a car or a necklace.
Nothing. I'm not gonna do nothing.
And I'm not against none of that shit. But I know a lot of like, and my part of my thing was I came to a point where it was like, you're gonna have to catch a body at sometime soon if you're gonna keep doing this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Those things just make that time so much more rapid.
It does. It does.
When you in the streets, I'm trying to reach a goal. I'm
does.
trying to hit my nugget and get out. I can't spend it on that right now.
Mm-mm.
And I don't want that attention.
Mm-mm.
So what happens is they guesstimate based on the status.
Right.
He next to him, he next to him, he
Mhm.
around them, they be with them, they always this. It was never no show.
Right.
It was just always
Just
consistency.
Yeah.
And that's something that you touched on earlier that I want to say real quick before we get off
yeah,
here.
yeah, for sure.
Every hustle is about quality and consistency.
Facts.
The consistency of your quality is whatever you trying to push.
Facts.
That's every hustle.
Mhm.
So just like a motherfucker could sell crack, you could sell t-shirts.
Yeah, listen, what Jay said? I'm guessing I sold cokes. Yo, wait, we say.
Oh yeah.
What's the line? I sold cases of coke. I sold coke. I guess I can sell CDs or some shit.
Yeah, I'm guessing I could sell CDs.
Some shit he said like
Yeah.
that. But that's how I feel too. Like, I mean, and again, I think every black man in America that's in that underworld and that's in that world of negativity. And I'm going to say that negativity because we all trapped. We feel like there's no way out. And like Big said at the beginning, either you got a cricket right,
It's a negative world.
Right. Either you selling a crack rock or
you got a wicked
jump shot. Right. So, and I'm here to say that was a point. That's where we was at in our age and our time. I feel like that's we have so many
It's
more
not there
opportunities.
no more. You know why?
So many more opportunities.
Because
bro.
we used to be looking to get into those buildings. Now we have an internet.
Facts. Speak on it, bro.
Now we have social media.
You don't need these people, bro.
So you don't need them no more.
You don't need these people,
You
bro.
don't need them no more. That was the way to get their interest. It
Right.
was either I'm gonna make it on my own or I gotta find a way to get them into my realm,
Right.
which is sports, entertainment, or making it on your own on the streets. And it's not limited no more, bro. There's too many
the door's
fucking
wide
options, and everybody's not meant to be a boss.
Mm-hmm.
But help make
Speak
somebody
on
else's
that.
machine move, and you
Speak
might
on
find your boss within that.
Speak on that.
We talked about a couple people off air that was like, yo, even though they're not at the forefront, when they start doing what they do, nigga, they mashing it and they running
Doing
shit.
shit. Ain't doing shit. And that's another thing I'm telling my son though. Like a lot of times too, like stop looking to be the one that's in the front of the camera. Like you can make a lot of money being behind that fucking camera. Nobody knows who the fuck
These
you are.
videographers making more money than all these rappers.
Oh, speak on it, bro.
Oh no, they get paid every time they show up.
Speak on it, bro. Like yo.
How about you? When they go to the radio station, they get paid.
Speak on it, bro.
Like, let's keep it G.
keep it G.
You want to keep it G? We ain't gotta talk about the engineers and the producers that's working their thing the right way.
We ain't gonna talk about the hostess either.
The fucking videographers are making more than these rappers, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to keep it G on that because it's not a knock. Because at the end of the day, if your art is to be an artist, that's fine.
That's fine.
But at the same time, I know plenty of artists that will shoot your video, shoot your photo shoot, record you and all that shit, and then they put that money back into their business.
Yeah, but my thing is the reason I said all that is like I said, because again, I just don't. I want everybody that can hear me right now, stop fronting, yo. And the thing is, I say that because these kids are watching. You know what I'm saying? And I got kids and they watch these artists and local artists and they be like, yo, this is so easy just to do that and do that. It's not easy. Like, tell them the truth, be honest, be transparent.
And they smarter than y'all. So what you gonna realize is if they don't idolize you, you quick to be the dickhead. Because they looking at you like, this nigga, why he ain't do this that I would have did because Jamie did it.
Yo,
they know shit.
I had these conversations with my son, but I'm telling you, that's why I'm laughing so hard.
Looking at y'all like nuts.
That's why I'm laughing so hard, bro.
They is looking at y'all like crumbs. They like, I used to like you when I was 5, but I'm 12 now, and this nigga's still the same nigga.
Right. So again, it's about elevation. So again, that's all I'm saying. I mean, be true to yourself and elevate, man.
That's what we gonna end it on, man. That's perfect.
Shit.
You always give me a good John.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate your time, man. You already know what it is. Anything you need,
anytime.
Ever. And we about to shoot something for his. So tell them where they can find what we about to shoot for you.
Two Side Podcast is on YouTube right now. Make sure y'all check that out. Again, it's Two Side Podcast LLC. Just type that in. I'm going to pop up. Also on IG, it's 2 sides, the number 2 sides, number 2 sides. You follow me on Instagram and you find out everything about me. You know what I'm saying? Where the merch is, all the new music that we got going on, Fear Entertainment, all new podcasts, anything that's going on with my world, you can find out. Charity events, all that. You know what I mean?
And check his story, because I might be in there, you might be in there. You never know.
You never know.
He promote everybody's shit. So check out his story, man. You can learn something.
Right.
And I try to use my story the same way. Well, in my mind, this is how I'm using it. It's like, I know I got certain kind of people that's on my joint. Right. I want them to see your shit.
Facts.
So if I can't necessarily put it on my page, because I'm really about to figure out how I'm gonna operate this whole page.
I understand. Me too. I'm the same boat, bro. I'm the same thing.
But
bro.
I don't want you to miss the look if I can give you a look.
No,
I share it in my story a lot. So check our stories out, because a lot of people, Philly support Philly, black business, small business
real
support,
facts.
all of that shit is real if you check
real,
our pages out.
Real rap.
Salute the Font Productions, PHANTPHILLY on Instagram, Font Philly. Holla at her. She does production. By the time y'all see this, y'all will have seen the Philly Hip Hop Awards 2020 virtual edition. She tore that down. Shout out to Treyon Films. Shout out to everybody that was involved with that. We also got a tripping coming soon. I got a lot of behind the scenes interviews with a lot of people involved in the situation. We had a good time. So salute the Plex for giving me that look. Shout out 1122 MMG Studios for that. You check out the Dutchie Man virtual event.
Shout out to Dutchie Man, man.
That was her entire production. You know what I mean? You'll see what she does. She also is here to get your LLCs right, your paperwork right, all of that. Get you registered. Make sure your business is straight. You can consult with her. Just hit her up, man. Get busy. Make sure you get your business right, because everybody talking heavy, but I can't find you on Spotify or nothing.
Ooh.
But this has been Sippin' with Sammie, and I am Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Get your fucking life together.
That's right.
See y'all next week, Thursday, 4 p.m. Everything.
Peace.
Love it.
Seen too many dark nights. That's why sometimes I leave the car park nights and settle down, settle down, settle down, settle down. They tryna tear the ghetto down. That's why I tell my homies put the metal down and settle down, settle down, settle down, settle down.
Up in the morning, every day yawning. Spark of a wood every day ain't boring. Look at the news, 5 minutes at the snooze. Look at the news, 6 hours at the booze. Watch on my wrist so you know what time it is. Rap at a show so they know what line it is. Nobody equal and they brainwashing people. Hit Mike Brown with 6 shots like a free throw. Life ain't fair and I'm still wearing ass. Juicing for my dinner so I'm cutting up pears. I really don't care, square up with a bear. I really don't care, take the mic from a man. Life like a movie, like they free little Boozy. Waiting for my chance, trying to test out the Uzi. My squad getting busy, but you know that already. Stand up for yourself, the pigs ain't loyal.
Seen too many dark nights. That's why sometimes I leave it called park nights. And settle down, settle down, settle down, settle down. They tryna tear the ghetto down. That's why I tell my homies put the metal down. Settle down, settle down, settle down, settle down. Laying on the pillow, eyes wide open. Tired as hell, but can't shake my emotions. Meds don't work, need something more potent. Cause stress keeps interrupting my smoking. They say we hopeless, I know better. Say we deserve less than pets and I know better. I show better, nah bruh, I ain't perfect. Never did nobody harm who ain't deserve it. The time put in these verses seem my only outlet. And I ain't found my way out yet. So I toss, turn on the news. Country on their way to war for other dudes. Same in the streets, in other news. Homie killed the homie from his crew. Streets say he had it coming. Gotta figure out something. I'm getting too numb and I ain't running. Seen too many dark nights. That's why sometimes I leave it called park nights. And settle down, settle down, settle down, settle down. They tryna tear the ghetto down. That's why I tell my homies put the metal down. And settle down, settle down, settle down.